still from the surgery. Really dry. And they give you like an unlimited supply for 45 days. The running back's out for like one game. So they didn't want to. Olay! Actually, they're really good. Shook the boot spell before the game and he came out of it for all this time. Be like, ah, hallelujah! He is risen! He is risen, yeah, he's risen! Everybody keep going! He's about the limited edition dead rump collection? Best rump is dead rump. They are, think of them. Those are probably the best ones. Here we go. Got battery range. Look, see it? That's all your battery range. Nice vision goggles. Ain't nothing. Ricky, you ride. Yeah.
The following is a special presentation of the Boomer Sports Network.
Ring your bell, stomp your feet. Everybody get ready for the Omaha Beef.
Armstrong back his own end zone. He wants to throw deep up the near sideline. He has a man. It's complete. Are you kidding me? It's complete. Down to the 1-yard line.
Football's what I come to see, and I'm hungry for some beef. Talk about beef.
He's going downfield. He has a man, but it's short. It's in.
Everybody get ready. It's kickoff time.
You can't throw a pass to a fat guy.
They're scared of the beef. I think they just might go back home and wish they never showed up in the first place. We about to beat them so bad in the worst.
Warren out to the 15, cuts to the left, has a hole. Here he goes once again, the kicker to beat. And for the second time in a row, Dorton returns it all the way for a touchdown.
But everybody knows what we come to see, and that
The snap, placement's down, the kick is blocked. It's blocked. It's out of play.
ring your bell, stomp your feet. Everybody get ready for the Omaha Beef.
And it took 22 years of aging, but the Beef are now graded champions.
On to tell the whole world what you come to see. 1, 2, 3.
Omaha Beef Professional Indoor Football is brought to you on the Boomer Sports Network by Amanda Spencer State Farm, All American Insurance, The Amazing Pizza Machine, Anybody Supplements, B. Douglas Construction, Beyond Golf, Bright Eyes, Bright Minds, Carps Exteriors, Complete Fitness, Crown Property Management, DBS, Dean Snyder Construction, DG3 Construction, El Caribe, Eternal Tattoo, Evans Custom Apparel, Fazoli's, GBR, Guardian Windows, Home Matters Construction, Horsepower Realty, Hyde Slides, IAMS, Jerseys, JT Auto Body, Kelly Engineering, Last Time Exteriors, Lifestyles, Midwest Board Walls, Midwest Quality Insulation, Midwest Title Company, Mike Jansen Custom Decks, the Nebraska Apartment Association, OCB Plumbing, OK Omaha Real Estate, Quality Fence, R Mechanical, C The Trainer, South O Roofing, T's Auto and Truck Sales, TO5 Bollywood, The Bullet Hole, The Garage Company, The Pit Barbecue Lounge, Titanium, Tracy's Collision Center, Treat Electric, Universal Bank and Trust, The Asthma and Allergy Center, Kelly Engineering, Gateway Electric, and Universal Trucks.
Well, hello Beef fans, and welcome once again to the Omaha Beef pregame show presented by the Boomer Sports Network. I'm Richard Tiemann, and do I have a matchup for you? 6 weeks into the 2023 season, and we have a battle of unbeatens between the only remaining undefeated teams in the CIF. The 4-0 Gillette Mustangs take on the 3-0 Omaha Beef. Pinch me if I'm dreaming, because I don't think anyone expected this to be the matchup that would have everyone's attention when the schedule came out earlier this year. The Mustangs are yet another new-ish team, the third one in a row the Beef will face during this stretch of the season. Debuting in 2021 under owner and head coach Keith Russ, we all remember him, don't we? As the Wyoming Mustangs, they'd finished their inaugural season 2-8. Despite the unimpressive record, the Mustangs had a handful of very impressive players on their squad, including Denarius Antoine, Alex Noble, and everyone's favorite Rocket Rashad Ridley. 2022 was the beginning of the Steven Titus era, new ownership and a new outlook for the franchise. However, they finished 3-7 and would lose in the first round of the postseason. Slow and steady wins the race, right? Which brings us to 2023. 6 weeks in, and the now Gillette Mustangs are one win away from tying their win total as a franchise. Head coach Cedric Walker and his 4-0 squad from Wyoming are red hot and have everyone wondering if this team is a real contender. The Mustangs started their season with back-to-back road games, and all 4 of their contests have been against league opponents, including Omaha's longtime rival, the Sioux City Bandits. Led by quarterback Mike Pena, Gillette has outscored their opponents 198-78, almost a 3-touchdown differential. And just in time for this game, they finally signed a kicker for the first time all season. That should equal more points and even higher scoring for this one, if you can believe it. Pena has been more than impressive this season, completing 71% of his passes with 16 total touchdowns through the air and on the ground, and only 1 interception. But hey, their defense ain't so bad either, holding teams to 28 points or less all season. That's tough to do in indoor. And now let's talk about Beef. At 3-0, this is one of the best starts they've had in recent years, including the 2021 championship season, when this was about the point in time that people started writing them off. Now they've got it clicking, and you can't help but credit the offensive mind and experience of OC Mike Tatum and the experience and knowledge of head coach Rashawn Kaiser. In their 3 league contests, the Beef have outscored their opponents 175-56. That's 1 game less than Gillette and only a 23-point differential. Imagine what they could have done with 1 more league matchup going into this one. Tommy Armstrong, well, he's been as advertised this year, completing 67% of his passes with 17 total touchdowns through the air and on the ground, and also 1 lone interception. The QB comparisons couldn't be any closer than that. But hold my beer, the defense has entered the chat. They've made easy work for Tommy and company on the offense, and that's what makes this team so dangerous. They've held their opponents to 22 points or less all season. This one is a no-brainer game of the week, and hopefully it lives up to the billing. All eyes will be on Omaha tonight. Both Kaiser and Walker are strong candidates for Coach of the Year so far, so who has the edge tonight? Your guess is as good as mine. Are the Mustangs running on all cylinders and about to put the league on notice with a W tonight? Or will the Beef not only show us what's for dinner, but just who the best is in the CIF? They welcome the Ponies to a packed slaughterhouse tonight, where Gillette will have their work cut out for them. It's a clash of CIF titans in this blockbuster battle of the last remaining unbeatens. Now, let's send it up to the voice of the Omaha Beef, Todd Walkenhorst. Take it away, Todd.
Thank you, Richard Tiemann. And as he mentioned, it's the battle of the last two undefeated teams here tonight from Ralston, Nebraska. The Omaha Beef hosting the Gillette Mustangs. 3-0 taking on 4-0. When we come back, we will talk to the head coach of the Omaha Beef, Ray-Sean Kaiser. You're listening to Omaha Beef, professional indoor football all across the Boomer Sports Network.
At All-American Insurance, our local independent agency is committed to providing a personalized consultation to ensure that we're protecting those things that matter most to our clients. We are licensed and experienced professionals, partnering with industry insurance companies and offering a broad range of insurance products. Visit aAIOmaha.com to see everything we have to offer for insurance, or give us a call at 402-932-1500 to get a quote.
Better Bodies, powered by Complete Fitness, is the official health club and fitness center of the Omaha Beef, located at 4117 South 120th Street in Omaha. We are a family-owned business and have been serving the people of Omaha for 30-plus years. Every day, we are changing people's lives and making a positive impact on their health. We have the programming, facility, and staff to help you reach your goals. Come in and experience our friendly, motivational, and helpful atmosphere for yourself with no obligation. If you are like hundreds of your friends and neighbors, we know you'll feel great as you start your fitness journey. Visit our website for more information at betterbodies-omaha.com.
Bird dogging is when someone is focused like a laser to find the problem and fix it, like the technicians at Titanium HVAC. If there's a problem with your HVAC system, they will find it and fix it. Titanium HVAC. Honesty and quality come standard. TitaniumOmaha.com.
Beyond Golf, located at 12040 McDermott Plaza in La Vista, opened its doors in 2009 in an effort to bridge the long seasonal gap to Midwest golfers. In 2012, the first major addition was our kitchen, and we haven't looked back since. Beyond Golf features indoor golf on some of the world's most famous courses. Enjoy a round of golf in a laid-back atmosphere, complete with a full bar, gourmet food menu, and big screen TVs. Book your tea time online or drop in for one of our craft cocktails, craft beer on draft, or delicious food items. Visit our website at www.beyondgolf.com or by calling us at 402-916-4727.
State Farm Insurance Agent Amanda Spencer is not only a proud sponsor of the Omaha Beef, but also the proud sponsor of the honorary Family of the Game at all Omaha Beef home games that recognizes those who give back to our community. Amanda and her staff serve the entire states of Nebraska and Iowa, so call her today at 402-346-5553 for a free quote on your car, home, renters, life, or business insurance needs. You can also visit her website at aspencerinsurance.com. State Farm Agent Amanda Spencer, proud sponsor of your Omaha Beef.
Game number 3 for the Omaha Beef, Topeka, Kansas. Omaha against the Topeka Tropics here. Pre-game, Ray-Sean Kaiser, Beef head coach. So far, so good. 2 games, 2-0. Bright Minds Learning Center is the official daycare provider of the Omaha Beef. With flexible hours for both mornings and nights, they're here to help with your most precious gifts, your children. With directors and staff on hand to provide a clean, safe, and educational environment, plus being one of just a few daycares who provide transportation to and from school, it's no surprise that they have such amazing reviews and testimonials from their clients. Schedule an appointment or visit today by calling 402-934-5566 or visit their Facebook page, Bright Minds Learning Center, for more info. Again, that's Bright Minds Learning Center, the official daycare provider of the Omaha Beef. With Omaha Beef head coach Ray-Sean Kaiser back at the Slaughterhouse, game number 4, and as far as games go, this is about as big as you can imagine. You know, undefeated, 3-0 Omaha, 4-0 wherever they're at now, Gillette. Wyoming coming in, they're a little bit of a surprise. Omaha's where you expected, at least. I think the staff expected. Talk about a matchup like this and just give us the overview what you're expecting from Gillette and your team tonight.
A very competitive game, very physical game. Both teams have a very good defense, so expecting a bit of a defensive battle. So this will be a real test for both teams, I feel. 2 great coaching staffs. I'm very familiar with that coaching staff over there, so I know they're going to have their team ready to play, and we're just going to match their energy. One big advantage we got is we at home, so we got the home field advantage behind our side, but other than that, I'm looking just for a very physical and competitive game this game.
This is a team that you mentioned. They'll force some turnovers as well, or they have so far this season. Omaha comes to the game plus 13 in turnovers through three games. Not to be cliche or anything, but I mean, is that really what's going to come down to? Whoever get their defense out there and win the battle of turnovers?
Yeah, turnover margin going to be big this game. Both defenses making a lot of plays in the back end and the front end, scoring a lot of touchdowns, getting a lot of interceptions. They lead the league in interceptions with 13, so they're doing a lot of things right over there. So yeah, whoever make the most plays, and I told that to the guys yesterday, whoever make the most plays this game and execute the game plan is going to be victorious.
And give us a little overview. What is the game plan for Omaha coming in here? I'm sure it hasn't changed a whole lot over the last three. You've had a pretty balanced offensive attack, and they just brought on defense and tried to have the short field for your offense all night long. Yeah, well, they signed a real kicker this week, so we expecting them to kick it deep quite a bit, but we still looking to get good field position with our offense. And as far as our defense, we just looking to get as many stops as we can for short field positions for our offense. We don't know if they're going to try to kick field goals or not. We're going to see that today with the new kicker they have. But we're just looking to get as many stops as we can on defense to help our offense get good field position so they can score as many points. Get into the weeds a little bit. I know it's not a big deal in indoor football, time of possession. You try to run tempo. It looks like, it kind of, based on the crew that you have moving the ball, the chains, have you been not able quite to run the tempo you want to do in some of these games so far?
I would say yes and no. I think we are at last in time of possession on offense. So it's either mean we scoring too fast or we got short field position and we got a lot of field to work with. So I'm not mad about that if we got like the number one offense in the league right now. So I'm not mad about the time possession right now, but it's just all about executing on offense and scoring on every drive.
And then on special teams, you mentioned Omaha brings in Paul Ortiz last week. A successful experiment. He's back for week 2. Night and day. Nothing against the previous kicker. But obviously this was an upgrade at that position. We talked about that position. You talked, Gillette just signed a kicker this week. You've told me from the get-go it's still going to be important to have a kicking game. Maybe it's taking some of these other teams a little longer to come around to that. But talk about not just having a kicker, but one that seems to be at least above average so far. What that's going to do for just the team overall.
Yeah, Paul Ortiz, he came in here and did exactly what I wanted him to do. I seen a lot of good qualities from him on film and definitely wanted to get him down here. So he was perfect on field goals. That's 6 points for us and then 3 for 4 on PATs last week. So he got 9 points for us. So that's very good for us. Like I always tell him and the team, every point matters in these games. So whether they believe it or not, one of these games going to come down to the last point or two, and every point going to matter. So we need all these field goal kicks to be good.
Give us a little update as far as injuries. Josh Singleton will be inactive here tonight. Hope to have him back soon. I saw he did not go on IR. Jeff Mack, longtime indoor veteran, comes in. Talk about, is that really going to affect your game at all? I mean, there's obviously a competent player in the running back and slot position that, doesn't bring a lack of experience to the game.
Jeff Mack, I coached him my first season in Bismarck. Great player. I love what he do. He lived in Sioux Falls, so it was a quick drive for him to come down here and help us out this week. Josh still our guy, but I'm ready to see what Jeff Mack can do. I know he got a lot left in the tank, and I don't feel like we're going to lose a beat on offense. He's very shifty in that backfield, so you definitely got to break your feet down with Jeff in order to tackle him.
What's your biggest concern coming in tonight?
Just being overhyped. The battle of the 2 undefeated teams. Sometimes I can play a huge factor in some of the players' head when they play in these big games. So just want them to be calm, composed, and just go out there and play our football, Omaha Beef football, and we'll come out victorious.
Got a couple of big games coming up here, but you're back at the Slaughterhouse. Sold out crowd once again. Should be hopping. Big time game here tonight. Good luck to you tonight, Coach.
Thank you, Todd.
That's the head coach of Omaha Beef, Ray-Sean Kaiser, as we get ready for a very important game in Champions Indoor Football. When you have an important game, you go and you bring in important people. We've done that here tonight. Coach James Kerwood joining us. MIA all season. Good to see you. Of course, Kirk Heyer. Here we go. And, this is what it's all about. We've been waiting to see this for a long time. We got a 4-0 Gillette team. We got a 3-0 Omaha team. We've got a sold-out crowd here tonight. You can feel the excitement. Everybody's ready to go, Coach. I mean, these are the games everybody gets up and wants to play.
Yeah, Yeah, I can sense the excitement here. You know, now this is the thing, right? Watching Omaha and watching the Beef play over the last couple of weeks, is this a team's going to challenge them? I see a really good Omaha team right now in all three phases. They're executing early in the game, taking people out, and let's see if Gillette's the team that can do that, can challenge them tonight.
And Kirk, everybody's going, is this Gillette team for real? They're going to find out they got challenged. But if you look at the Omaha schedule too, people can make the same case for Omaha. It has not been that tough of a first 3 games, but they've done what they've needed to do, which some years they have not. But both teams really want to come out and make a statement tonight.
They do, but we have 2 common opponents also with Billings and Southwest Kansas. Similar scores and so on, so we'll see.
And let's talk about, coaching-wise, how big of a game it is. I mean, obviously you don't talk with the players about this, but this is a Gillette team that obviously is going to be in the playoffs along with Omaha. So when you get to the playoff seedings, this is the only matchup between the 2 teams this year. So that's going to be your head-to-head tiebreaker as well. So the winner of this game not only is going to take the lead there, but in essence, because of the tiebreaker, we'll have a 2-game lead already on that opponent if they come out down the road.
Todd, in games like this, you just got to go with your game plan. You can't get higher than you want to be or lower than you want to be. You want to be within your game plan and keep it even keeled. Trying to get too up for the game like that or all that intensity, it just goes away in the game and loses focus or concentration. I think that's the game plan going into games like this. Just stick with your game plan and see how do you adjust it from there.
And speaking of game plans, Kirk, both of you, I'm surrounded by defensive coaches up here. This is a game that 2 top defenses right now on paper in the league, 2 of the top offenses as well. Gillette comes in here plus 16 in turnovers. Omaha comes in plus 11. That's 2 of the tops of the CIF. It's really going to be a matter of who can get their defense to dominate and force those extra possessions tonight.
Very much so. It's here to protect our house. I know their defense hasn't seen anything like our offense so far either. So
Omaha's certainly been opportunistic with some of the things we've seen early in games, especially.
Well, something we have not seen for Gillette all season is they've won the coin toss. They have deferred to take the ball until the second half of play. They had signed a kicker for tonight's game. This is not him, which is interesting. So this is Karanci Higgins. He is a wide receiver for Gillette. Signed before the game was Austin Neufeld out of Nebraska Wesleyan. Not sure what happened, but this is not him. So we'll see what happens, and it does not look like a kicker as it goes right in the stands. I don't know if that hit the 25-yard line or not, and it did not. So it's going to be on the Omaha side of the field to start the game. That changes things right away. That's a storyline we're going to talk about. And when you come into these games now without a kicker, we see teams like that. It's a field position game. You can lose that real quick. It could snowball, Kirk.
Yeah, that was a terrible kick.
Yeah, terrible. They're finding out now in indoor football, the kicking game is essential, especially with the kickoffs. It's so important. Field position is extremely important.
Well, Omaha's going to have good field position to start the game. They're going to start at midfield at the 25-yard line, moving right to left on your Boomer radio dial. Thanks for joining us here tonight on the Boomer Sports Network. First down for Omaha. Tommy Armstrong at quarterback. 2 wideouts right side, high motion. Armstrong wants to go deep, has plenty of time right away. Scrambles around, buys extra time.
There he goes.
Flushed out, now he'll go up the far dasher board. He picks up a half a dozen yards before being forced out of bounds at the 19-yard line. 6 on the carry, but you saw he had good time in the pocket. The play didn't develop, and then still made it a positive play.
From the Gillette standpoint, great coverage. They're coming out with man. They had 2 guys in the box looking to stop the run, so it's going to have to be Tommy's elusiveness is going to help them out there.
Second down and 4 forthcoming for Omaha. Opening drive of the night here in Ralston. Ball's at the 19-yard line of Gillette. They put the men in motion. Handoff is to the newest member of the Omaha Beef, Jeff Mack. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. Jeff Mack out Long Island Post. He is a veteran that you have seen all across indoor football over the years, most recently in this league with Sioux City. He is in kind of a short-term replacement. Josh Singleton is injured and beat up and won't be playing tonight. Third down for Omaha. And 4 yards to go. The ball is at the 19-yard line.
They'll bring it over here.
They stack up the right side for Omaha. 2 men in the backfield. They'll swing to the near side.
Armstrong from under center does a pitch, good for first down yardage. Into the boards, pickup of another 6 yards. It'll be a first down for Omaha.
It's such a great play in indoor football. Going in motion like that, forward motion, your DBs are about 5 yards off the football. It's an automatic 5 yards every single time.
Yeah.
As long as you convert that pitch, right?
They got that head start, and away he goes.
Right.
Omaha quickly back on the ball after that, but they're going to blow it dead. Conliff was on the carry. They have to wait for the chains to be reset. Omaha wants to get going. Fresh set of downs for Omaha. They're at the 13-yard line of Gillette. 12 and a half in counting. Opening quarter here in Ralston. 2 wideouts on each side. Armstrong checks the play off. He puts him into wide motion or high motion. Armstrong back, has time again. Here comes the rush behind him. Looks to the corner of the end zone. Throws it to the stands. Dorton was the intended receiver. It's incomplete.
Yeah, he had that open for a short time there. That DB was playing a little high. He undercut it, but yeah, obviously Tommy probably saw it and just threw it out of bounds.
Really only one deep route on that play.
Yeah.
We had 2 crossers.
Well, it looked like they were flooding the zone from the other side, so that's interesting off the motion where they play that yin motion coming inside that X receiver.
Second down and 10 for Omaha. 3 men in the backfield with Armstrong. Wide out on the near side is Conliff. They'll swing 2 around near him. On second down, they hand off to Mack. Mack scoots through for about 2 yards. It'll be third down and 8.
So Omaha's playing that zone blocking scheme. Their defensive ends are going right to the dive. So you got to probably look for Tommy at some point. He's going to keep this thing. He's going to either pull it or going to play action off that.
Gillette looking to stop Omaha in their opening series. They'll flip the formation to the far side. 3 men in the backfield again. Mack lined up next to Armstrong. He'll swing 2 wideouts to the right side. Low snap. Armstrong gets it. Dances around. Has a man in the end zone. It's off the fingertips of a defensive back. It was nearly intercepted. Deontay Jones has some fingers on it. He was looking for his 5th interception of the season, but could not bring that in right there. It'll be fourth down, and Omaha will go with the kicking game.
Yeah, Gillette's doing a nice job in discovering what their route concepts are. With their motioning trips into that boundary, because they want to bring it across the field. They're doing a great job of robbing routes late, stealing Tommy's reads. So good job defensively for Gillette on that round.
Ortiz, player of the week on special teams for the CIF last week. 3 for 4 on extra points. 2 for 2 on field goals last week. His long was 37 yards. This one will be from 26. And we have a flag on the play, and we have a delay of game. Omaha could not get that off in time. Randy Hagedorn is our referee here tonight, as we'll mark 5 yards off on the Beef and make it a little bit more difficult. Ball will be spotted at the 24-yard line. This will be a 31-yard attempt for the kicker at Winona State. Omaha trying to convert on their first offense possession, get points on the board. Snap is down, placement's good. Kick is up, and this one's wide to the right. So the Mustangs hold on their first possession, and the Beef come up empty. 10:05 remaining here in the first quarter. Gillette will take over from their own 5-yard line. So a good series for Gillette, as Omaha looked like they're going to drive down the field, but Gillette toughened up and forced the kick, and it went wide to the right after the delay of game.
Yeah, we'll see what kind of adjustments Omaha will make on that. Gillette did a nice job of playing a man-read concept, I would say. You know, they're playing off. They're letting the guys run their route concepts, and they're robbing them late. The good thing you can see is Omaha's doing a good job in protection. We'll see how that goes. Out of the run game, they may have to come down to Tommy's legs if they want to get some balls that way.
You hear the Slaughterhouse come alive for the first offensive possession for Gillette. They'll start at their own 5-yard line. 4-0 Gillette, looking to win their first 5 in a row. Pena's the quarterback, and it's complete on first down up the far sideline. Good for near a first down. They'll say he hit the board early at the 14. Stab them on the coverage and the tackle. But look like very tight coverage. This is a team that does not give a lot.
Yeah, Statham had a chance with that ball.
They end up giving them 11 on the reception out to the 16-yard line. First down for Gillette. 2 wideouts to the left side of Mike Pena. 2 on the near side there at the line of scrimmage. High motion, Pena drops back. Here comes the blitz, has a man to feet Tangle, but they're going to throw a flag as he wanted to go downfield for the big ball. And you saw some feet get tangled up, but the flag is thrown. They're going to call pass interference on Omaha.
That's a legit call.
Actually, just pointed to Gillette. I don't believe that's accurate. That would not be accurate. Despite the back judge pointing the wrong team, it is against Omaha. It'll be a spot foul and a big pickup for Gillette via penalty. So the biggest offensive play of the night is a pass interference penalty. It'll be spotted at the 19-yard line of the Beef. First down, under 9 minutes to go here in the first quarter. No score here in Ralston. 2 wideouts to the near side, 2 to the far side. Pena out of the empty formation, fakes the jet sweep, keeps it himself, scrambles around. This is a quarterback that'll make some runs as he picks up 4 yards down to the 15-yard line. Pena is the leading rusher on the team with 48 carries coming into the night. Only 77 yards, but a second in yardage, first on carries for Gillette.
Nice play call there by Gillette. They had a nice open seam there. Jackson was there to make that one-on-one tackle in the middle of the field. Good job, and him getting in good position to make that tackle.
Second down and 6 for the Mustangs. Pena, empty formation, puts the high receivers in motion, hit in the backfield, but Pena kept it. Nice fake, design quarterback run. He's inside the 10-yard line. It's another first down for Gillette, and they're on the move. They have first and goal.
Good job. Gillette's running a nice little QB run game inside, like an inside zone concept with that jet. He's getting some yards off that, so we'll see how they block that. Looking back at it here, we're getting some one-on-one in that second level, so that's a good, right now that's something that Omaha's going to have to solve.
You saw the big hit in the backfield, but the ball carrier did not have the ball. Pena on the design keeper gets the first down. It's first and goal from the 7-yard line. The Mustangs looking to take the lead here in Ralston. 2 wideouts on each side of Pena. Puts him in motion, fakes a jet sweep. We have movement before, and we're going to have Omaha. It appears to be offsides. It looked like Javari Nichols came out of his stance early, which will be illegal.
That quarterback does a very good job of reading, of riding with that ball.
Nichols jumped over, made contact, dead ball. And now they moved it, they marked that off against the offense, who I'm pretty sure is on the defense, as we have confusion. And we'll talk about it. Nope, it is on the defense. So there was some debate, even Rayshawn Kaiser's out there going that there was movement. This should go against Gillette in his opinion. Randy Hagedorn doesn't want to talk about it. He will grant. The question was, there's some activity right behind the center as they ran that jet motion before the play, and if he got out of the box before the snap, it forced any movement. He's going to lose this argument. It'll be first and goal for Gillette. They move the ball up to the 4-yard line. And the Mustangs are looking to score. Snap. Pena, he'll keep it himself. There's a wall of beef in front of him. He can't find a hole. He loses 2 yards on the play. He's tackled at the 7-yard line. It'll be second down and goal.
I don't think Gillette's game's going to have, it's not going to come down to that draw game. If they're going to want to get some movement across the line of scrimmage, it's going to have to be that QB run game we just saw the last couple of plays. I don't know if that's going to work against that defensive line from Omaha.
The quarterback got up into the defensive line. He's not really tall either.
Right. Pena has 3 rushing touchdowns on the season. He was trying to get number 4, but that's going to be tough between the tackles against Omaha. Second down and goal. The ball is at the 7. They stack the near side. Handoffs to running back, and he has no room in the backfield. He is brought down. That is Jalen Jefferson who lined up back there at Truman State. A loss of maybe a yard on the play. It'll be third down and goal.
Yeah, the kind of game that Gillette's trying to play down here with the way Omaha plays defense is not going to work for him, I don't think.
So Omaha trying to return the favor as Gillette stopped Omaha in the opening possession of the game. Gillette on the season, 12 of 20 in the red zone, 60%. They're going to have to hurry up as the play clock's down to 5. I assume they're going to use a timeout here. They know they don't have this play in, and they do. 5:39 to go. Timeout on the field. We will take it with him. You're listening to Omaha Beef Professional Indoor Football here on the Boomer Sports Network.
It is expensive to buy a house right now in Omaha. We know. So you're looking to rent. Smart move. But you need to be smart with who you rent with. You need to check out Crown Property Management for your next rental. Professional property management. Not just some landlords owning properties as a hobby. They take care of your issues and are fair and honest. AC goes out, they're on it. Roof leaks, just hit them up. Orange slime coming out of your sewer. We know nobody wants to deal with orange stuff. Find your next property at crownmanagementomaha.com. When looking for your next property, just look for the Crown. The Firewater Bar and Grill, located on the corner of 72nd and Grover, inside the Comfort Inn and Suites. It's your go-to bar and grill for all your friends' outings, business dinners, or just a night out in the town with good food and drinks. Be sure to stop by on Mondays for the live Omaha Beef Coaches Show every week and have an ice cold beverage along with some great food. That's the Firewater Bar and Grill. They are the official partner of your Omaha Beef.
Back at Ralston Arena, 5:39 to go. Opening quarter of play, no score between the battle of the undefeateds here in the CIF. Gillette looking to take the lead as they will have third down and goal at the 7-yard line, and they tried it on the ground a couple times, Coach, and Omaha's tough to run against in the red zone.
It definitely is. They've definitely stepped it up down there. That what they were doing earlier with that QB run game, off play action or whatever, their read action in the backfield was pretty nice. It was getting some isolation in the second level, but you just can't do that with the indoor field and this tight into the end zone.
Only the 5th trip into the end zone by offenses against Omaha this year. 2 for 4 on the season, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Third down and goal, left side. Looked like there's motion, no flag. Pena has a man. It is complete. It is a touchdown, and Gillette has struck first here in Ralston. It's Jalen Jefferson. He just kind of got in front of his man, and it was an easy toss from Pena, and we'll see which conversion Gillette wants to go with.
This has been the biggest puzzle to solve in indoor football for so long, is some people, and a lot of people, sometimes don't account for the back. And usually sometimes in pass protection, that back's going to step up inside for that linebacker to blitz and just sneak out there. And so many teams are successful with that. You got to be accountable for that actual scenario to take place.
Gillette will go for the 2-point conversion. Teams are going for the 25.3% of the times in the CIF at about 50% average, 0.2 of 45. Here's a jet sweep. They fake it. Pena has it. Nothing doing. It will stay 6-0.
Yeah, that's again, in the end zone like that, inside the 5, with that kind of play action talk. Anything inside against Omaha is not working well for Gillette, unless they're in the middle of the field, because Omaha's going to have to count for the pass. As you get close, 10 and in, they're going to lock that box and just don't have a lot of field to work with. So Gillette's going to have to come up with a different way. Maybe they keep trying, I don't know.
So Omaha's going to find themselves in a position they have not been in for maybe more than a minute of game time against Billings, and that's playing from behind. And a little short period against Southwest Kansas. They've been leading most of the season and leading by a large margin. We wanted to see how Omaha would react when they get into games, and they're going to be in one here tonight, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like it. We'll see now. Here comes the kicking game. Now, this is something I think, and we can get into the rules and how those things have changed here in the CIF, but I've always been kind of a traditionalist, and especially an indoor game, with the kicking game. And I've seen here in the last couple weeks where that's been a huge component of people getting behind quickly.
Well, and
because they're kicking. The kickoffs are bad.
Kickoffs are bad, but more importantly, when it's fourth down and you're backed up, you have no option. If you do, it's a bad option.
Right.
And as we said, Gillette had signed a kicker, a traditional kicker this week, out of Lincoln, expected to join the team. He is not here. We do not know why. So they are going with Plan B. Plan B, low line drive kick. Fielded at the 16, out to the 20, good field position, to the 25, bounces back. Trey Dudley-Giles down to the 19-yard line. It's going to be a short field again. This is what we talked about. You know, you can do this against teams that, you know, you're superior to easily. But when you get into a game that's going to be close, it's going to be little things. And field position is not a little thing that's going to come back and haunt you.
And I'm not sure if you would have asked me yet tonight, Todd, as a coach, if I would have done it this way. Like, I agree with you, right? If I think that we have a really good chance of just blowing a team out, maybe I wouldn't bring a kicker along. Or I knew somebody could kick. We always had somebody like that who could actually kick. But to go without a kicker in a game like this, it's just, I don't know. I don't understand it.
Again, they did sign one. We don't have the story behind how he did not end up here on the field. 4 minutes to go. The Beef trails 6-0, but they start the 19-yard line of Gillette. Handoff, Jeff Mack, a little dance step, trying to get his footing. First time he's been playing this season. Picks up 2 yards on the carry. He's second down and 8.
It's great seeing Jeff Mack out there. Gosh, he's been playing this game. I don't remember. The first year he probably started was 2010, 11, something like that.
Yeah, a long time. We've seen a lot of him with a lot of teams. We've seen him in Sioux City quite a bit. I believe he was at Topeka when we were down there at the end of the year last year.
Yeah.
He's been around, and he's been effective throughout his career. Second down and 8 for Omaha. 2 wideouts to each side of Armstrong. He'll put 2 in motion. Takes a snap. Here comes the blitz. Has a man. Look for him in the flats. It's incomplete, and Armstrong misses on his first 2. As Omaha will have third down. This was a start that we saw last week. Armstrong missed his first 2, and then he found his rhythm and took off from there. But obviously, again, a much better defense here tonight.
Yeah, they're doing a good job on the secondary here. You know, the one saving grace for Omaha up to this point has been that protection the first 2 series here. But that mesh route and that stuff coming across the field, just a good job thus far to locking that down.
We'll see what offensive coordinator Mike Tatum has up his sleeve. Third down once again for Omaha. 8 yards needed to go. 2 wideouts, right side of Armstrong. They go in motion. He wants to throw immediately. It's complete. There on his feet to the 5, to the end zone. It's a touchdown for Omaha. And Omaha has responded. Jordy Sloan on the touchdown reception, and Omaha has tied it up.
Simple little hitch route off the high motion. Just a bad technique from Gillette, missed tackle.
Yeah, you saw the defender go after the ball, not keep him in front of him. And once he got fooled, Sloan finished it off.
Huge mistake in this game. It's going to spin touchdowns when you miss tackles in this one.
Omaha will send Ortiz out for the traditional extra point, 3 for 4 a week ago. This one is up, and it is good. Omaha's taken the lead 7-6 with 2:08 remaining here in the first quarter. And it looks like we are in for a ball game here in Ralston. As you would expect, on paper, it looked like we had 2 teams that were ready to compete. Of course, games aren't played on paper. They are played on the internet. Timeout on the field. We'll be right back. You're listening to Omaha Beef Professional Indoor Football here on the Boomer Sports Network.
The Bullet Hole is a veteran-owned and operated indoor shooting range. They offer firearm sales and gunsmithing services. Come join them on Mondays and Thursdays for their lead slinger gun drills, where you can perfect your firearm skills and build confidence in your ability to protect your loved ones. Visit them online at thebh.com.
Football fans, are you an ink fan? Well, stop by and see our friends over at Eternal Tattoo and Body Piercing at any of their multiple facilities all across the Omaha and Lincoln metro areas. They are providing the cleanest facilities, which you know is important, especially in these times, and the best quality tattoo and body piercing services around this area. Check them out for yourself. Find a location. Visit them online, eternalink.biz, B-I-Z today for more information.
The HVAC guy you called says your system is shot and needs to be replaced. Get a second opinion. Call Titanium HVAC and they'll tell you whether you actually do need a replacement or just a repair. Titanium HVAC, where honesty and quality come standard. TitaniumOmaha.com.
The Pit Barbecue Lounge on 72nd and Highway 370, the official barbecue of the Omaha Beef.
2:08 remaining in the first period here in Ralston. Omaha has taken the lead 7-6 as Omaha 3-0 on the season, taking on the Gillette Mustangs at 4-0. Omaha lifetime is never lost to Gillette/Wyoming. As Richard Tiemann documented before the game, new ownership group, new coaches, and Cedric Walker's a coach that came in last year, quite frankly, as a dumpster fire, but made the team competitive, as they mentioned, got into the playoffs at 3-7, but they were competitive and showed progress towards the end of the season, and we see that continue into this year.
Yeah, it's definitely. I watched a little bit of them last year. They definitely improved football team. Definitely improved. We'll see what kind of drive they can put together here offensively. That first drive was impressive.
So Omaha with the 1-point advantage. Paul Ortiz. This is a player with a leg and could go after Uno at one point. He won't do it here. Bouncing kick, takes the high bounce. It's fielded 1 yard deep. Brought back out to the 5, has a seam in the middle. It closes quickly and brought down at the 15-yard line, but decent field position again as Jefferson gets 16 yards on the return.
And that was a good kick. If the coverage was right, it was a great kick.
Or you could move over. This is our spot. First down for Gillette. This will start their own 15-yard line. 1:44 remaining here in the first quarter. Pena will operate out of the pistol formation. 2 wideouts on the near side. Jefferson will line up in the pistol with him. He wasn't ready for the snap. The ball comes. Pena tries to save the play. Gets back near the line of scrimmage as he was not ready for that snap. Caught him off guard. And saves disaster by picking the ball up and falling on it at the line of scrimmage.
Probably a good thing that happened. There was a post wide open over the top. It looks like there was some confusion somewhere between Stratham and somebody else back there, so be interesting to go back and look at that.
Final 60 seconds of the first quarter. Gillette on their second offensive drive of the night. They drove the field for a touchdown, their opening possession. Trying to do the same here. Pena designs keeper once again, and Omaha starting to figure that out. Chris Perry on the stop, loss of 2 on the play. It's going to be second down and 12. You saw Pena start to keep the ball, and he's a pretty good rusher, as we said, leads the team in rushing attempts. Omaha starting to sniff that out.
Yeah, it's a nice little gamble, too, where Omaha thinking it's going to be the run game. They're probably both backers.
Yeah, you aren't going to fool Chris Perry too many times.
Yeah.
That brings up third down and 12. The defense trying to get a stop as we're in the final seconds of the first quarter. Gillette does not have to snap this ball if they do not want to. We'll see if they elect to take it to quarter number 2. Clock is at 0. There's the whistles. We've reached the first quarter break with Omaha out in front 7-6. Good ball game here in Ralston. Glad you're with us here tonight. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be right back. You'll listen to Omaha Beef professional indoor football on the Boomer Sports Network.
Home Matters Construction is the most reliable and best remodeling experience in Papillion, La Vista, Bellevue, and Omaha. What are you remodeling? Basement, bathroom, kitchen? At Home Matters Construction, they can do it all. Go see for yourself at hmcomaha.com. Ready to start remodeling today? Call Home Matters Construction at 402-661-0910. Their staff is waiting and ready to help you. Home Matters Construction, building better.
Hide slides. Come on down for a bite at Hide Slides. Hide Slides. Hide Slides. Come on down for a bite at Hide Slides. Hide Slides Burgers and Fries, located at 3505 South 42nd Street in Omaha, Nebraska. It's right inside the Grover Inn. There ain't no sign, but come on in. Hide Slides. Come on down for a bite.
The Garage Company has been serving the Omaha, Council Bluffs, and Lincoln area successfully for 19 years, building over 250 garages every year. As a homeowner, you will be in very good hands, beginning with our knowledgeable sales staff and all the way to the finish with our highly trained installers. See what we have to offer and get a free estimate at thegaragecompany.com.
Slate of games in the CIF tonight. A lot of them with some playoff implications. Coach, we talked about it. 6 teams out of 8 make the playoffs. There's 3 teams without a win going into tonight. Guess what? One of them is making the playoffs.
Yeah.
Every game's got playoff implications. Big third down here in Ralston. Third down to 12. They're moving right to left on your Boomer radio dial here in the second quarter. Pena drops back, has time, looks downfield. Wobbly ball, has a man in and out of the hands and into the stands of the intended wide receiver, Karani Higgins. It's incomplete, and here we go, Coach. Now it's 4th down long on their deep end, and you don't have a traditional kicker. You only have one option here. They're going to leave the quarterback on the field.
This could be the difference between winning and losing for Gillette tonight. This is the kind of bad scenario you're putting yourself in by not doing that, right?
And the earlier they get stopped, the worse it is. It's a snowball effect. As they stop them here, Omaha's going to get this ball deep in Gillette territory.
Yep.
It's 4th down and 12. Gillette will have to go for it without a kicking game.
I mean, you think about this from any it just doesn't make any sense. 4th and 12 going for it here.
Well, everybody's going out for passes. It's an empty backfield for Pena. 2 wideouts to his left and his right. The slots will go in high motion. Low snap, it's on the ground. Pena picks it up. He's getting rushed. He's going to get sacked. Oh, right at the goal line. And it's a turnover on downs, and the defense has stuffed them. But not only that, they're going to take over at the 1-yard line of Gillette. And again, Coach, you've coached a long time, a lot of levels. We really just can't say how insane this is to be doing what some of these teams are doing.
I don't even know how you go into a game plan with something like that. I just don't. It just wouldn't be the way that I would operate. I mean, everybody has their own philosophy and how they want to do that. But the way this game is played on a short field, kicking is really, really, really important. It's not something you ignore.
We'll see. Omaha's going to take over at the 2-yard line. Tommy Armstrong with the offense, and he's got 2 men to each side of him. Armstrong with 5 rushing touchdowns on the season. He has 12 through the air. What is he going to do? First a goal from the 2. Men in motion, a little jet sweep. They fake it. Armstrong keeps it. Goes in. Touchdown, Tommy Armstrong. That's Armstrong's number 6 on the ground. In 2023, a coach just like that, a game that was very competitive between these 2 teams. Not saying it's out of hand yet, but that's just one of those opportunities. You feel the momentum that they gave Omaha. Feels like an unforced error.
Well, before the play started with Gillette, we just said, Todd, this is going to be the difference between winning and losing for Gillette. It's just little things like that makes a huge difference in where you're at on the field.
Omaha 13, Gillette 6. Ortiz comes in to see if he get the extra point. He's 1 for 2 on the night. Place was down. The kick is up. And this one is good. And we got a hit, a cheap shot behind the play, and flags are going to come out.
Or not.
Oh, I thought I saw a flag. Randy Hagedorn is going to come over to the scorer's table and talk it over. We'll find out if there'll be anything in addition to that before the moment's 14-6, 12:46 remaining here in the first half. Looks like we are going to keep on moving. We'll keep it right here. Let's talk about it. Again, I mean, let's talk about what's precipitated this. There's not a lot of good kicking in indoor football to begin with, right? You know, because you got the smaller uprights and whatnot, but they've added an extra point. 3- and 4-point conversions on the ground, and some teams have elected to go for that more with the offensive personnel and eliminate the kickers.
You know, and when you first told me about those rule changes, I started thinking about it from a coaching standpoint. Like, you know, I understand kind of the side of it where people might want to do that, but I would want to keep it traditional myself personally. I'd want to attack each game like that, and you start getting into these mathematical games and not carrying kickers because you think you're going to score points off, extra points like 3 or 4 points. I don't know if it'll ever add up.
The league,
and in this situation with Gillette, like just there, that hurts them.
The league is going for the 3-point conversion 43.8% of the time. Ortiz to kick off. High end over end kick. It's going to drop at the 1 yard line. It's fielded off his knee. Jefferson will bring it out to the 10-yard line where he is stacked up, and that's where Gillette will start, now trailing by 8 with 12:38 remaining in the first half.
I guess going back to that rule change is, I guess I would keep it in the bag if I needed it towards the end of the game for chasing points, right? Like going for 2-point conversions, those kind of things. But I just wouldn't come into a game plan thinking that's the way I'm going to play the game. And it's certainly not having a kicker, right?
Right. Now, Gillette has a low roof, too, in their arena, right? So
it makes a little more sense in that arena.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tough to kick, but you better have somebody who can get it downfield and punch it when you need to.
I mean, I get it from the coaching standpoint, trying to get an extra roster spot. But yeah, I'm going back to our beef days. You know, one of our guys, we could always find an athlete that can kick, at least, if one of the kickers went down.
Gillette trailing by 8. They start their own 10-yard line, and there's movement before the play. I think Omaha, I believe it was Chris Perry, started that play before everybody else. You could feel it. Omaha defense is feeling it. They want to get off, bring some pressure, and just a little too soon there on the offsides by Omaha. Be first down and 5 for the Mustangs.
Well, Gillette definitely needs to put together a good drive here if they want to stay competitive with Omaha, because the way they're doing it now, if they get stuck down here on a 4th down again, that's going to draw some trouble for them.
Richard Tiemann will be joining us at halftime. He will recap the first half plus the other 3 games going on tonight in Champions Indoor Football. After the penalty, first down and 5. Pena hands it off. Jefferson finds first down yardage across the 20 out to the 22-yard line. He picks up 7, another first down for Gillette. And you figure, they're going to have to convert all these drives, because that may not be the last long field that they give up based on, defense tonight.
Well, they're going back to what they did originally in that first drive. That was a nice little inside zone off of jet motion. So, I mean, that's going to spread Omaha out inside. So we'll see how the passing game is something that looks a little suspect right now. We'll see how it works for them.
First down and 10 for the Mustangs. They're out to the 22-yard line. Omaha 14, Gillette 6. Fakes a jet sweep, a little pass to the near side. It's complete out to midfield where he's stacked up at the 25. He hits a wall of beef driven backwards. Pick up a 4 yards on the play. It will be second down and 6 after the completion to Higgins.
Not a bad little play. Just watching Omaha play defense against that. I would be if I'm Gillette, I'm thinking down the road here, looking at a screen and go.
Higgins a good target for it. 6'1", 195 pounds. Out of Southern Arkansas. We had a penalty after that play as a legal motion on Gillette. So wipe out the completion, and they'll back the Mustangs up 5 yards. And it'll be second down and 10.
Here's the thing with Gillette right now. They've made some mistakes. They've had some things go against them. The thing, you want to stay competitive with Omaha, you better keep that thinking even keel now. Even keel. Stay with your game plan. When you start get too fancy or too crazy or getting out of your game plan, Omaha's going to take advantage of that.
You can hear the crowd. You can hear the cowbells here in the slaughterhouse. It's a rockin' tonight. First down and 15 for the Mustangs as we approach the 10-minute mark here in the first half. Mustangs break the huddle. They come out. Empty backfield again. Trips to the right side. Jefferson will now move over into the pistol with Pena. Nearly offsides. Pena rushed, looks down the far dasher board. He leads his receiver far too far. And it's incomplete. It'll be second down and 15.
Yeah, he had his receiver if he could have. I mean, he did get some distance on him. He probably could have. This is way overboard, but way overthrown, I should say. He had a nice little route on him.
Second down and 15. It's a team that passes quite a bit. 161 yards per game, 89.5 on the ground per game. So far have not been able to find that movement through the air. Their success has come on the ground. They'll need to find something here. Second down and 15. from their own 16-yard line. Same formation again. Now they're going to shift it up, and I'm not sure if that's legal. We got confusion, we got movement, we got flags. This is going to be a legal motion either way. They're going to wipe this off as the players were not set before the snap, and that thing was a mess from the get-go. Would be a good time for a timeout.
Yeah, they all was kind of confused there, so that coach probably should have took one there.
Instead, we're going to have a 5-yard penalty. Let's hear from Randy Hagedorn. So back him up another 5 yards, and now it's second down and 20, and you talk about it, holes are difficult, especially on the road, especially in a hostile environment. Now it's second down and 20, and now, obviously you need to try to keep scoring, but here you need to just keep moving the chains and, again, not have to do that. Get stopped deep in your own end or go for it on fourth down thing.
Gillette's just stomping on their own feet right now.
Second down and 20 for the Mustangs. They'll stack wide receivers to the far side. They'll swing another one out there. They turn around the near side. It's complete. Good for a half a dozen yards out near the 16-yard line.
Not a bad little play to the single receiver side.
Arthur Anderson is the receiver. They sent everybody in the motion to the right side, and they came back to Anderson on the near side.
Yeah, they've left the guy on the left side, everybody going right, and they've left the guy on the left for a little safety valve pass quite a few times.
Yeah, number 72, James Hine, if he'd have kind of missed the block there, otherwise that could have kind of sprung maybe for another couple more yards.
Still third down and long. They're at their own 15-yard line. They need to get to the Omaha 17. Halfway through the third period, or the second period. Empty backfield once again for Pena on third down. High motion, out of the slots. Pena drops back, has time, looks downfield, has two receivers, and he gets one. It's complete. It's good for a first down. It's inside the 10, and he's brought down at the 9-yard line. He found Arthur Anderson that time. It did not look like a good pass route. There were two receivers in the same place. Luckily, one of them caught it for Gillette.
The good thing for Gillette on that one, it was a clean pocket for him. That was a good pocket. They had a nice protection on that, so gave him some time to kind of scope the field and make the play.
So they'll spot it at the 10-yard line. This will be first and goal for Gillette. Gillette breaks the huddle with 20 seconds left on the play clock. We're under 7 minutes to go until halftime. Running clock in indoor football until the 1-minute warning. Motion once again. Pena hands it off on first down. Jefferson picks up 4 yards down to the 6-yard line. And 5'10", 190-pounder out of Truman State. He's got 3 touchdown catches. He's got 4 on the ground. A little dual threat. You can do lots of things with him.
Yeah, it's a nice little play that Gillette has off the high motion, that basically the receiver comes in high motion towards the line of scrimmage inside the tackle, and they play a little inside zone run game action. The quarterback can he reads it, either can give it or keep it, and he usually gives it. And the last couple times they ran that, they had some nice yards off that.
Second down and goal. The ball is at the 8. Balanced wide receivers on each side. High motion out of the slots. Pena wants to throw. Here comes the rush. It's tipped up. It's up in the air. It falls to the ground. It's incomplete. That ball went straight up in the air. Good pass rush by Omaha. Tamar Hunt came in, got his hand on it. It went up there, and nobody knew where that ball was. You saw them all looking around for it, both offensively and defensively. It fell to the ground harmless.
Yeah, and really the coverage on the Beef side was really, really good. So that could have been a pick ball. So that's probably pretty good deal for Gillette on that play.
Defense looking for another stop. They're backed up with the ball at the 8-yard line. It's third down and goal to go for Gillette. Still trying to get the play in. They break the huddle with 15 seconds left on the play clock. They'll stack trips to the near side. 1 wide out on the far side. 2 will go into motion. Pena will keep it himself. Tries to go between the tackles. Picks up about 2 yards. And I don't think that was a play based on the reaction from the offensive coordinator.
No, it didn't look like it. He's pretty a little frustrated there.
He tucked it under and tried to go. Of course, there's some read options there, but whoever he read wasn't the option he was expecting. If that was not the call. 4th down and goal to go for Omaha. Can they turn away the Mustangs to protect an 8-point lead? Under 5 minutes to go. They'll send the play in with 20 left on the play clock. Gillette on offense, operating very deliberately here in the first half. Big play right here. 3 men up on the line for Gillette. We have a stoppage, and we're going to have a timeout taken by Omaha with 4:26 remaining here in the second quarter. They want to talk about it defensively before this big 4th down. We'll take it with them. We'll be right back. You're listening to Omaha Beef Professional Indoor Football here on the Boomer Sports Network.
Founded in 2016, IAMS Wealth Management is a service-oriented organization dedicated to supporting independent investment advisors who provide holistic fiduciary services to clients. We operate as the back office support team for dozens of advisors throughout the country that are experienced in financial planning, investments, insurance, and more. With our assistance, they are equipped to focus their time and energy on what's most important, you and your needs. Call 888-255-7670 or visit our website at iamswealthmanagement.com.
Make a statement with Evans Custom Apparel, your go-to destination for all your custom apparel needs and online stores. Proudly family-owned and operated, we offer top-notch screen printing, embroidery, and promotional products. Whether you're in the office or on the field, make the change and discover the Evans difference today. The Pit Barbecue Lounge on 72nd and Highway 370, the official barbecue of the Omaha Beef. A swiftly played first half so far here in Ralston as we have 4:26 remaining here in the first half, but a big 4th down awaits us as Gillette comes out of this timeout taken by Omaha. It's 4th and goal from the 5-yard line. Has 2 timeouts remaining, so does Gillette. Again, during halftime, stick around. We'll recap a full slate of action in Champions Indoor Football here on the second Saturday in April. Get to the midpoint of the season, we're going to start separating teams and big playoff implications and seedings in all of these games. Back to this, 4th and goal from the 5. Pena drops back, here comes a rush, look like a hold, no flag in the end zone. It's caught, complete. It's a touchdown. Arthur Anderson picks up another reception out of Concordia, Nebraska, and the Mustangs are within 2.
So, a couple different things that are great about the indoor game is they run that we call back zone, front zone type of route concepts with a tight formation. So you run trips with that tight receiver to the formation. It kind of just clouds things. He runs underneath. You got to come over the top, and Pino's able to give himself some time rolling out of the pocket. It just guys get open that way. It's kind of a mesh route in the end zone.
Well, here we are, the wacky CIF bonus round, and Gillette's going to go for the second most exciting play in indoor football, the 3-point conversion, and go for the lead right here. This is a whole nother thing we're talking about. You would think go for 2 to tie it up. No, they want the lead. Pena drops back, has time, dances around, looks at the end zone, and there it is. It's a 3-point conversion, and Gillette has taken the lead with 4:14 remaining here in the first half, 15-14.
Yeah, that again, when they give Pena the clean pocket, he's able to kind of scope the field pretty well. And those guys are good at getting some space out there. That's just good protection for Gillette there the last couple plays for them as far as being able to get those completions on set.
And he's able to move around too.
Right.
So the Mustangs were able to recover after turning the ball over deep in their own end on downs and letting Omaha have a 2-yard touchdown drive. They respond with a nice drive of their own, capping it off with a 3-point conversion. It's a 9-point possession as they have taken the lead 15-14.
Yeah, it's except for the long foot. That's the thing Gillette's going to have to be ready for in this game, is not getting themselves in positions where they're making mistakes on their own end of the field, where they get themselves behind the markers, 20 yards, where now they're going to have to rely on a kicking game or a 4th down and long.
officials are discussing something on the far side. I think it's the communication devices. Okay, we're ready to go here. And we'll point it out once again. We'll see if Omaha can take advantage of the kicking game or lack thereof of Wyoming here tonight. Higgins will kick it off once again. We've seen they aren't going to go deep. We know that already, and they won't go high. But hopefully they go really short if you're an Omaha fan. Higgins walks it off. They play him short on the return. It's a bouncing ball. It's fielded at 15. Out to the 20. It's Chris Perry into Wyoming territory. Down to the 21-yard line. And that's the wrong guy to bounce one to.
Yeah. Again, look at the field position here because of the kicking game, right? Omaha's got a really short field.
Got a kicker.
Yeah. I mean, this is great for Omaha. But again, you know, for those that are coaching this game right now, you got to look at those strategies. You got to think about your roster. Is it important to carry a kicker or not? And what kind of team you're playing that week? If you're playing a good football team, it's a matter of just small things.
Omaha will once again start in Wyoming or Gillette territory at the 24-yard line as we're under 4 minutes to go with the running clock here in the first half of play. Wyoming Mustangs, Gillette, out in front 50-14 in a game that's gone back and forth here in the first half. Armstrong fakes the handoff, has time, throws it, it's complete to the 15, cuts back inside, down to the 5. That ball came loose, it's on the ground. I think Gillette has it.
They do.
One move too many as he tried to cut for the end zone, and Journey Sloan after the reception loses the ball, but a flag came in extremely late. And we'll see what this is all about. Actually came from the near side, and there's not even an official over here. Did that not just fly in here?
Yeah, I don't know what, I wasn't paying attention on there, but obviously somebody said something wrong or some kind of personal foul of some sort.
It's an unsportsmanlike call against Gillette. I did not hear who they flagged that on. Was it on the bench?
Throwing a ball? Was it throwing a ball in the stands? That's what I thought I heard. I wasn't sure.
They've gone back and forth on that rule a little bit in the last couple of seasons. I thought you got one free. Maybe they've changed it since last year. You've been in a playoff game here a couple of years ago against Sioux City. That came into play right at the end of the game. But either way, they're going to back it up. And Gillette will start their own 2.5-yard line with 3 minutes remaining here in the first half. Defense likes backing up Gillette here and see if they can bring some pressure for Mike Pena. Empty backfield, he'll throw quickly and hit immediately after picking up maybe a yard on the play. Nice coverage by Omaha. They were figuring that'd be a quick pass just like that and stay them on the stop for Omaha.
What I don't understand, Todd, is when you run that quick screen like that, why the ex-receiver that's on the line of scrimmage doesn't block the corner. I don't. Okay, here's a free hit. As you see that, it looks like a Gillette guy's down the guy who caught the ball.
Yeah, he was kind of left out there for the target practice and walks off gingerly. That's Higgins, and he has been a popular target here in the first half, so we'll have to watch him. They like to throw the ball a lot, but they only got about 3 guys who have all the receptions. So losing one, obviously, you don't have a lot of roster spots at indoor to begin with, 21 active for both teams on the night, but you start losing players like that, your depth gets exposed quickly. Under 3 to go, it's now 2nd down and 9 from the 4-yard line. Motion in the backfield, they'll hand it off to Jefferson. Jefferson tries to go outside, nothing there. Maybe lost a yard or 2 on it. Cameron Hunt, the linebacker, on the stop for Omaha. And Omaha is going to call a timeout, I believe, which is a smart move because they may get this ball back.
Get it back, and then we deferred also. So we deferred, so we're going to get it to the second half, right?
Correct.
So
Incorrect. Gillette kicked off. Omaha did not convert.
Yeah,
Gillette will get the ball in the second half.
Oh, pick it right there.
Yeah, to that screenplay, you just from a fundamental standpoint, it's essentially you block the corner. So I can see where they probably could have some room out there if Gillette does that again, because you've got a one-on-one situation over there. But yeah, to execute that, you got to make sure you block the guy, right?
Makes sense. So a big series right here again. Omaha's trying to save a little bit of clock to see if they can get some good field position, some more points, get back on the winning side of the scoreboard going into halftime. But they know, again, no kicking game tonight for Gillette.
Got to convert here.
They're going to make them convert. If they don't, there's going to be another timeout taken very quickly.
It's going to be tough. They're going to hold 5-0 without a kicker.
3rd down and 8. Jefferson shifts into the pistol with Pena. 2 wideouts to his right side in motion. Pena has time, has a man, and it's overthrown. It's incomplete.
Now you got yourself in a bad position here, Gillette.
It's 4th down. Omaha will save the timeout because it's not going to be a long drive, and you're going to have a stoppage at the 1-minute warning.
Again,
Gillette would be wise to use as much clock as they can before.
Again, here we are again, right?
Whatever.
Same scenario. 4th down on their own 5-yard line. They don't have a kicker. Now they got to try to convert an offensive scrimmage play. They don't. Omaha gets the ball on the 5-yard line.
If they're able to hold it, it'd be the second time in the first half they've taken over inside the 5-yard line of Gillette. Under 2 minutes to go. The big play coming up. The Slaughterhouse is on their feet. Empty backfield. 2 wideouts on each side. Pena has it. Has a little bit of time. Drops back. Here comes the rush. Has to dance outside. Looks way downfield. Has a man. It's nearly intercepted, but that's probably for the best because this is coming all the way back down to the Gillette 5-yard line.
He got by with a little bit of a shove. I don't even know what else.
There may have been some contact down there. Aaron Jackson, though, is in despair that he did not pull that in. But as we said, it's going to be much better because he was on the ground when that play ended.
I guess, guys, Todd, again, as a football traditionalist, as a coach, this drives me crazy.
Yeah, this
just doesn't make any sense strategically.
Omaha could let this run down to the 1-minute warning before snapping. They'd be wise to do so because they don't need to run this play here. But Armstrong is going to put him in motion. Fakes the handoff right side, tries to find a lane, and he picks up maybe 2. And we'll go to the 1-minute warning with Omaha facing 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line. 1-minute warning here in Omaha. Gillette 15, Omaha 14. Omaha is on the move, looking to punch one in. We'll be right back. You're listening to Omaha Beef Professional Indoor Football on the Boomer Sports Network.
Home Matters Construction is the most reliable and best remodeling experience in Papillion, La Vista, Bellevue, and Omaha. What are you remodeling? Basement, bathroom, kitchen? At Home Matters Construction, they can do it all. Go see for yourself at hmcomaha.com. Ready to start remodeling today? Call Home Matters Construction at 402-661-0910. Their staff is waiting and ready to help you. Home Matters Construction. Building better.
Are you looking for a new or different career path? Do you want a career where you can make a difference? The Nebraska Maintenance Academy may be just what you're looking for. This training program will get you ready for a career in multifamily property maintenance out in the field in just 8 weeks. No need to spend a fortune on tuition or years in a classroom. The next session will begin on May 16th, so sign up now online at nemaintenanceacademy.org.
Bird dogging is when someone is focused like a laser to find the problem and fix it, like the technicians at Titanium HVAC. If there's a problem with your HVAC system, they will find it and fix it. Titanium HVAC. Honesty and quality come standard. TitaniumOmaha.com.
Second and goal for Omaha, 3-yard line. Armstrong hands it off to Jeff Mack, turns his legs, tries to reach over. Does he have it? No. He is just short. And for whatever reason, Cedric Walker's going to call a timeout. He wants to preserve some clock. I guess he's thinking he's going to get the ball back and try to get one all the way down the field going into the locker room. So that is a strategy as Omaha is sitting 3rd down and goal at the 1-yard line now with 55 seconds remaining here in the first half. Well, you know that your 2-minute offense or 1-minute offense, if you will, for indoor, they get the ball back after here. If they get it, they're going to try to score. It's got to be a touchdown, though, again.
Right.
It's not going to be a long field goal that you're going to set up or something to end the half.
Yeah.
You're handcuffed once again.
Yeah, strategically, they have to use the whole field from the offensive standpoint. They can't do anything for kicking game. Sure. So I can see why he's trying to do that.
Armstrong scored on a 2-yard keeper on Omaha's last touchdown. This one will be 3rd down and goal from the 1-yard line with 55 seconds to go as the Beef break the huddle. Goal line package in for Omaha. Armstrong under center. There's a fullback in for the Beef. Armstrong,
that's on Omaha,
goes forward with flags on the play. And I think the fullback started moving forward earlier. This may be going on Omaha.
Could deny us, right?
Or is it going to be illegal defense?
Behind us?
Not if it's on Omaha. I think it's a false start on Omaha. I believe the fullback.
No.
Well, both teams say it's on the other. Go figure. They're saying that there was some movement by the center. It's what the players are arguing. Let's get the word. So it is illegal defense on Gillette. The touchdown will stand, and Armstrong gets a second rushing touchdown on the night. That's his 7th rushing touchdown of the season. And Omaha's back out in front by 5. They'll send the kicker out for an extra point. Ortiz 2 for 3 on the night on PATs. Low snap. Armstrong gets it down, and Ortiz gets it inside the left upright for the score. 51 seconds remaining here in the first half. Omaha back out in front, 21-15.
Let's see if that timeout that Gillette took is going to help him out here.
They have 1 remaining now as they'll get the ball back.
That illegal defense, so you see that a lot on the goal line.
That they're not far enough back?
Yep. Well, he was. Yeah, that linebackers, because I was even thinking his foot's not even on the goal line. Yeah. Because you could put your foot on the goal line, he was behind it. They're saying I think what they were arguing based off body language there was the center must have been moving the ball. So the nose or somebody must have lifted their hand, and that's how it becomes
set.
Yeah.
You have to be set. If you're on the line,
right.
If you're the linebacker, you can't be moving at all.
Right.
At the snap. So Omaha takes advantage of the 4th down failed conversion and takes a short field. They've had touchdown drives of 2 yards and 5 yards in this first half, and that's 2 of the 3 touchdowns, Coach. Ortiz will give it back to Wyoming or Gillette. 51 seconds remaining here in the half. High end-over-end kick. It will be fielded 1 yard deep. Brought out to the 5, to the 10. There's a gap to the 15. Spins around to the 20 and out near midfield. Pretty good place to start with 1 timeout and 44 seconds remaining. 25 yards away from the end zone.
Gillette did get away with a block in the back there.
Saw you looking for the flag and never came out. And Gillette will see if they can punch one more in before halftime.
Yeah, 1 timeout here, right? Traditional time with 44 seconds left.
Normal clock rules are in place. Gillette's a team that averages 49.5 points per game on offense. They only have 15 here in the first half. They expect more, they want more. 44 seconds to go, 1st down and 10 for Gillette. Pena dances around, gets out of trouble. To the 20, the 15, reaches the ball over the wall. And collides with Statham on the near side. He wasn't to the wall yet. He got helped out. Reaching the ball over the wall will stop the clock as the ball goes out of bounds with 35 seconds to go.
There's a couple things that the refs are letting him play a little bit tonight, which is good to see. You see a couple things things on both sides they probably could have called and here and there, but it's good to see they're letting them play.
Well, that timeout by Gillette looks like right now it's paying dividends as they have the ball down to the Omaha 13-yard line.
I think this would be the prime location for Gillette to score in, because the closer they get to that end zone, the tougher it's going to be against this Omaha defense.
They're going to make a clock adjustment, put 2 more seconds back on the clock. So the clock now reads 35 seconds left in the first half as Gillette's trying to get back their touchdown here to end the first half. Snap, Pena drops back, time again. It's complete, far side, into the 10, into the wall, and up into the dasher board. Good catch. That's Higgins. He is back out there. We saw him leave gingerly a series ago.
Nice little read by Pena there. He was trying to look for that smash while the corner route by number 2 receiver, and the corner fell off it to try to play or steal underneath that corner route, and that extra receiver is sitting by himself. Nice little read.
Second down and goal. The clock is stopped as he went out of bounds 28 seconds ago. Excuse me, second down and 1. The ball's at the 4. So they could get a first down here. And the Slaughterhouse is trying to do their part to fire this defense up.
70 watching.
Jefferson lines up in the backfield with Pena. They run into each other in the backfield, but Pena keeps it. He finds the end zone. We're tied with 23 seconds left. Touchdown, Gillette.
That was a really good drive by Gillette.
Sure was. It started with that timeout that Omaha had, but Omaha's going to get the ball back with 22 seconds of timeout.
With a good kicker.
With a kicker.
So, hey, changes, right? The strategy changes a little bit.
So now,
because we'll get good field position because Gillette can't kick.
Gillette will go for the second most exciting play in indoor football, the three-point conversion. They are 0 for 1 on three-point conversion attempts here tonight. They are 4 for 7 on the season. The league converts 44% of the three-point conversions. This will be an untimed down as Gillette tries to take a three-point lead. Payne's going to keep himself running a little option, pitches it off, and there's nothing doing in the backfield. Nice play by Trey Dudley-Giles to bring down the ball carrier and deny the conversion. So 22 seconds remaining here in the first half. We have a 21-21 game here in Ralston.
Here's the thing. Gillette cannot kick off well.
No.
Omaha's going to get good field position, so they're going to have a great option to kick a field goal at the end of the half here. Or at least try a couple chances at the end zone, right?
Yes.
Get themselves in position to kick a field goal. So this is a great advantage for the Beef right now. Obviously not letting to score, but at least going into halftime with the lead.
Paul Ortiz is a strong leg that we saw both last week in warm-ups and this week in warm-ups, hitting from all over the field, including the goal line. Obviously not against pressure, but the goal line would be good for that Uno. But the leg's strong enough. He'll take an attempt as time runs out in the half from anywhere on this field here in the Slaughterhouse.
Yeah, they leave a couple seconds under, so you have to kick off, right? Absolutely.
Omaha has one timeout, 22 seconds, as you mentioned. They've had pretty good starting field position off of these kickoffs here tonight against Gillette.
There's a good chance that Omaha will have the ball at the 25-yard line. That's what I would predict.
At least. Or better. We see Dorton lined up all the way back his own 5. I mean, he's basically in case it just squibs by everybody. We have not seen one go that deep yet.
No.
Higgins lines it up, and that one goes, a nice kick, bounces, goes over the wall. Best kick of the night. And after we talked about that, that was a very good kick.
You know, not trying to
start the 10.
We're not trying to torch the guy.
No, it's just what we've seen. He's not a kicker, no.
He's a good football player.
He left hurt a little while ago, too. I mean, dude's beat up. He's been running up and down.
I would have probably done the same thing when I was playing. So, hey, you need to kick. I'm like, okay.
So they spot the ball at the 9-yard line. Pretty good kickoff.
Yep.
For Gillette. As we said, Omaha could try from anywhere, and we would have to believe that they will unless there's a clock management issue here to end the half. They have one timeout. Gillette does as well. 22 seconds left in the half. Pistol formation. Mack lines up with Armstrong. 2 wideouts to the near side, 1 to the far. Near near side in motion. Armstrong has it. Wants to throw. Throws downfield. Throws into coverage. Is intercepted. Coming back the other way. He has room to the 20, to 25, to Omaha 20, 15, 10, and dropped at the 9, but they are going to have the ball at the Omaha 9-yard line, luckily without a place kicker, with 8 seconds to go.
Boy, Tommy let that thing hang for a while, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. It was double covered, too.
Yeah.
Deontay Jones on the correction.
So probably got 2 shots, I would say.
It was Deontay Jones on the interception.
Yep. Got 2 shots here, Todd?
They have a timeout, so they could even run. They like to do that with the quarterback. And a big turn of events here in the final seconds of the first half here in Ralston. Mustangs are good. Line up, first to goal, 8 seconds to go at the 8-yard line. Crossing motion, ball's on the ground. We got a flag, the ball's in the air, and it's incomplete. A mess everywhere, and it looks like Pena slightly wobbly after that hit. I don't know if you saw him kind of get up there, but that play was a mess from the get-go, luckily for Omaha.
I'm not sure of the CIF rules, but they snapped it while he was in the box. Is that still?
I believe he had to be outside. That's going to be the call here. You do know the rules.
Yeah, I do. I guess they have kind of remained the same a little bit. You can't do that.
So they'll back him up 5 yards, but more importantly for Omaha right now, only 3 seconds remaining, so barring a penalty, Omaha may avoid points given up off that Tommy Armstrong interception. Gillette looks like they have one last chance.
Definitely pretty pressures, man. There.
Trips to the far side, 2 go in motion.
Nope.
Pena has it. He looks. He wants to go to the corner. It's overthrown. It's incomplete. And time has expired here in the first half of play. Top 2 teams in Champions Indoor Football putting on exactly what the fans were hoping to see tonight, and that's a competitive ball game. And we've reached halftime here in Ralston, 21-21. When we come back, we're going to chat a little bit first. Oh, I turned you off. You're done chatting.
You turned me off there, Chad.
We got some things to talk about, and then we'll send it to Richard Tiemann. We'll recap the first half and the other action in Champions Indoor Football on this beautiful Saturday evening. We'll be right back. Omaha Beef Football is here on the Boomer Sports Network.
Lifestyles Orthotics and Prosthetics have knowledgeable and experienced staff that have been working with orthopedic surgeons, therapists, and patients for over 25 years. We're a local, practitioner-owned O&P facility that puts the needs of our patients first. Find the most up-to-date and state-of-the-art technologies for both upper and lower prosthetics and lifestyles. We provide patients with custom orthotics and shoe inserts created and modified specifically for you in our clinic workshop. Count on the professionals at Lifestyle Orthotics and Prosthetics to get you moving again. Visit lifestylesop.com and see their customizable plans that fit your needs. Ready for a change today? Perfect. Give them a call now at 402-393-2354.
OCB Plumbing provides complete residential and commercial plumbing services throughout the Omaha and surrounding areas. Go to OCBplumbing.com to see a complete list of services, including 24/7 emergency service, water heaters, drain cleaning, leak repairs, new construction, and much more. You can even go online and chat live with us during normal business hours or submit a request for a quote. Call us at 402-915-2622. OCB Plumbing, finding and solving your plumbing problems at a fair and honest price.
Attention mechanical engineers and current engineering students. Are you a licensed PE or working towards your PE? Do you value teamwork, fast-paced, creative, and challenging work? We have an opportunity for you. Kelly Engineered Equipment is seeking talented and qualified candidates to join our team.
Midwest Title Company has worked for you since 2001 and has been committed to providing individuals like you, real estate agents, and lenders with title insurance and closing services to meet their specific needs. Midwest Title Company is fully capable of handling all of your residential, commercial, and farm transactions at the level of service possible. MidwestTitle.com and take a look at all of our services. Need their help now? Give them a call at 402-493-6200. They will take care of you, just like they've taken care of thousands before you. Do not hesitate. Call now, 402-493-6200.
Mike Jansen Custom Decks is one of Omaha's premier deck builders, family owned and operated since 1988. They design and build custom decks in wood, composite, or PVC in all sizes, shapes, and designs. Whether you're adding a deck to your home or replacing or enlarging an existing deck, Mike Jansen Custom Decks can help you plan and design a new deck to suit your individual needs and the custom extras you may have in mind. Visit JansenDecks.com to learn more. If you're ready for a new, beautiful, customized deck, call Mike Jansen Custom Decks at 402-896-6897.
Welcome back to Ralston as we have a good one here between Omaha Beef and the Gillette Mustangs, 21 apiece here at halftime. Richard Tiemann, back at Network Control, is going to recap the first half of highlights and the other action here in the CIF. Richard, how's it going?
Hey, Todd, good to hear from you. How are you doing?
Doing good. We got a little game going on here.
Yeah, it's funny because, you mentioned Gillette not going to stick around in this one, but all tied up at halftime. How about that for you? I said you didn't think that Gillette could hang around in this one, but here we are tied up at 21 at halftime, so how about that one?
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. Check us up on the rest of the scores in the CIF, and we'll catch back up with you in a few minutes.
Alrighty, so we have in Southwest Kansas, the Storm, 27, and the Tropics, 18 right now. And that was pretty far into the third quarter. Then we have in Salina, which, believe it or not, the Outlaws leading that one right now, 18-14. And actually, Topeka just scored. It is 24-27 in Southwest Kansas. And again, Liberty 14, Outlaws 18. It's in the second. That's all it says on the graphic. I don't know how much I trust that on a Salina broadcast, but nonetheless. And then finally, the third matchup not happening in Omaha is basically a pretty close one. We have the Marshals, or we have the Bandits 15, the Marshals nothing right now. So not as close as we would have thought there. And that is at the end of the first.
I think we lost Richard Tiemann. Richard, you there? Well, we lost Richard Tiemann. We worked the technology, believe it or not. We actually tested before this. We'll try to hook back up with him and see if we get those score reports, but he was giving us some shocking scores. Actually, that one down in Salina, Rapid City out in front of the Liberty. That would be a major upset and would really shape some things up. We saw Topeka take Salina to overtime a couple of weeks ago. Richard, you back?
Yeah, I am. We're trying. We're going to make this thing work.
We are going to make this thing work here.
Yeah, it's the Billings Outlaws out in front of the Salina Liberty 18-14, which is crazy with how much Billings has struggled. So we'll keep an eye on that matchup. The Storm, obviously, on top of the Tropics, 27-24, and the Bandits flanking the Marshals right now, 15-0. So now that everybody can hear me a bit more clearly, those are your score updates outside of Omaha and the rest of the CIF. And Todd, I got to say, each game that we've talked about this season for Omaha has had a certain theme. There was the theme of special teams when they were playing the Southwest Kansas Storm and how easy they made it for Tommy Armstrong in that matchup. And then last week, the theme was defense. Again, making it easy for Tommy. But this one, the theme I'm getting so far in this first half is miscues. Let's go down the list of miscues I have, not just for one team, but for both. Omaha's delay of game on their field goal attempt, that pushed them back. It would be no good. They had offsides on third down on the ensuing drive by Gillette. And then Gillette missed the tackle on that touchdown by Omaha. And then there was the bad snap on fourth down by Gillette, and that would lead to another Tommy Armstrong touchdown. and it seems like there's been some miscommunication as a whole with the offense for Gillette. Obviously, 21-21 tied game. It's hard to argue that, but between the coordinator and Pena, it's like there's been some frustration there on that side. And I don't know, did you guys mention, the kicker situation for Gillette? I just want to make sure that you guys have thoroughly brought that point up as far as, the issues of not having a kicker and what we're seeing play out in front of us here.
You picked up on that. You picked up on that, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Now, in all fairness, I don't know because, the online chat, you know how accurate that could be. There may actually be a kicker signed and did not show up due to weather issues in time for this game. So we may be a little hard on him, but either way, there's no kicker here tonight.
But other than that, really there was the Omaha turnovers. The Beef had the fumble, and then they had that interception. But without a kicker, you can't really just walk away with points as time expires like we saw Gillette. They would have had the opportunity to do that at the end of the half, maybe have a 3-point lead with getting the kickoff to start the second half, and who knows what kind of game and what kind of momentum swing that could have brought on. But it's tied nonetheless, and I think really all the teams in the CIF that don't have a kicker just make things so much harder on themselves field position wise. And when you play a team like Omaha and the Beef, you have Tommy Armstrong in that offense, and you're setting him up with amazing field position. I just don't understand the thought process as to why you wouldn't try to make things just a little harder for an offense like this one.
That's Richard Tiemann. Appreciate it. We're gonna work through this little technology thing here, giving us insights here on the first half. And as we said, Richard, we saw it against Southwest Kansas. Lack of kicker. Sounds like a good idea, but I think it's something that's going to get debunked very quickly. Or at least if you want to be a legitimate team and make a playoff run in this league.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. But I think you really got to give some props to the Gillette Mustangs in this, because even without a kicker, they're still undefeated on the season at 4-0, and they're tied with the other undefeated team in the league, the Omaha Beef, at 21 right now. I don't want to say that this is a team that appreciates a challenge, and that particular challenge for them that they've chosen to have as that uphill battle is the lack of a kicking game. But really, my hat is off to them. They have overcome some adversity and a whole lot of obstacles early on in this game, creating turnover and getting the ball downfield and putting points up on the board, which has been something that we haven't seen from Beef opponents earlier this season. Is they will drive the ball down, but their ability to get into the end zone has been tough against this Beef. But right now, Pena and company are proving that they can get the ball not only downfield, but over the line into the end zone.
Thank you, Richard Tiemann. We're going to take another break here and another little tidbit on the kicking game for Gillette. It comes down to they got a building too that really isn't all that advantageous to having a kicker with the low ceilings. We're going to come back. It's halftime here. We have a long halftime. Looking at the field, not exactly sure why we have a long halftime here, but
there's plays going on.
Yeah, there's a play. There's a musical going on.
With the road roasters now wearing dresses, so I don't know what they're doing.
There you go. We'll come back. We'll talk about some hopefully more exciting things here. We got some stuff to talk about. I know.
Yeah,
right?
we're going to get Richard involved in this conversation we're going to have.
We might have to if we can keep this. I don't know. We're working on it. There's lots of things I try to do. Apparently, not well. We'll be right back. Omaha Beef football here on the Boomer Sports Network.
And see our friends over at Eternal Tattoo and Body Piercing at any of their multiple facilities all across the Omaha and Lincoln metro areas. They are providing the cleanest facilities, which you know is important, especially in these times, and the best quality tattoo and body piercing services around this area. Check them out for yourself. Find a location. Visit them online, EternalInc.biz, B-I-Z, today for more information. GBR Auto Sales and Service is your go-to provider for all your car care needs. They offer a full top-to-bottom in-house service center that not only takes care of all of your car's maintenance and repairs, but they even go the extra mile of picking up your car and dropping it off on any services, provided to take the hassle and stress off of your hands. Let them be your car's official provider and partner to keep it on the road for a very long time while protecting your investment. Visit them at gbrautosalesandsservice.com or call today at 402-999-8082 to schedule your next worry-free appointment.
Home Matters Construction is the most reliable and best remodeling experience in Papillion, La Vista, Bellevue, and Omaha. What are you remodeling? Basement, bathroom, kitchen? At Home Matters Construction, they can do it all. Go see for yourself at hmcomaha.com. Ready to start remodeling today? Call Home Matters Construction at 402-661-0910. Their staff is waiting and ready to help you. Home Matters Construction, building better.
Back at halftime here at Ralston Arena. It's whatever it is still going on the field. So we'll chat up here.
Yeah.
And let's talk football.
Let's do it.
Let's actually do some football stuff here. Omaha Beef announces that they're going to finally, and being the longest running team in indoor football, have a Hall of Fame. And, you know, fun thing about Hall of Fame, obviously there's a lot of discussion, and to have this discussion, I'm going to have some people who know a lot and have been around for a long time have that discussion. Of course, James Kerwin, if people don't know who you are besides just a sexy voice on the radio, you know, I mean, you've been involved with this since almost day one in many different capacities. And then just join us as well, someone who's also been involved in many different capacities, mostly at the top, Don Igo, and we're talking about the newly announced Hall of Fame for the Omaha Beef, and we want to discuss who needs to be in there, and I can't think of any better sources than these two right here. So I'm not even going to make any suggestions. I'm going to start with you two, and you tell me first two players, Don Igo, who go in the Omaha Beef Hall of Fame, or players or staff members.
I already nominated Coach Buda.
And that's a no-brainer, right?
Yeah.
Well, I figured since he's the first coach.
Yep, absolutely.
I've already nominated him, so that's all I got done.
Very controversial one there. I appreciate you bringing the heat.
Yeah, the first player I think of is Troy Travis.
Troy Travis, yep.
Yeah, and we can have a lot of conversations about this, but and Don knows this really well back in the day when the Beef were in the championship in 2001 against the team I coached, Tennessee. There were so many great players on that field. Clinton Childs, Troy Travis, so many players.
Calvin.
Dan Potsmusson will be another for sure first guy.
Yep.
Troy Travis, Dan Potsmusson, Coach Buda would be the first three for sure that I would talk about.
I am impressed that you did mention the Tennessee SaberCats without Thundercats without mentioning the result of that game at the Civic Auditorium. That took a lot of restraint.
Horrible.
Man, we had parades planned. They did. Yeah, and if anything, if you're talking about a person, and I know he's sitting there, I'm going to gas him up a little bit. If you want a person to nominate, and that administrator, person, a manager, this guy right here, Don Igo, he started this whole thing with Jim Clemshot.
Yep.
This is the reason why the Beef are here today, 20-some years later, is because of Don. It's what they did. They went out into the community and educated people about indoor football, which was hard back then. I mean, the Huskers were really, really successful then.
It hasn't got a heck of a lot easier the last few years either, Don. So talk about what you've seen here in the last few years compared to, obviously those were different times and the economy is different and entertainment choices were different, but talk about what Omaha has done here in the last couple of years. It's starting to get
I'm impressed with what Ricky's done the last couple of years. I mean, compared to what it was when Bob Smith owned it and a couple other owners, not good.
No.
I mean, and he resurrected it. I'm very proud of him. Very proud of him what he's done.
And when you see a game like tonight with the crowd we have here tonight, I mean, you just kind of feel like it's moving in the right direction. And how do you spread the word? I guess that's your promotion guy.
Yep.
What do you do here that's not being done right now? Spread the word. I mean, there's almost a million people in this metro area.
On the 29th, I have friends and family night here in Suite 10, and of the 20 people, none of them have been to a game yet.
Wow.
So yeah,
People who know you haven't been to a game.
not been to a game. Yep.
Wow.
That's
impressive right there.
Yep. So I'm pretty proud of that. And then I just talked to some people from Veterans United, and she's going to give me extra tickets. So I'm going to have probably 30 in this week. So,
Don Igo night.
Don Igo night.
We should have
if
that.
If you don't know Don, now's the time. He's got tickets. It sounds like last couple maybe not obvious nominations for the Hall of Fame.
I was just looking down at my old suite down there. The guys that are down there, pretty impressive crowd. A lot of those guys I know, so it's awesome.
Good. Hopefully they're paying more than you did.
So my take on guys through the years, right? Like James McNair should be somebody that you would want to think. I'm talking about football players, maybe coaches, but for sure, James McNair, guys that got this thing. Dwayne Harris, for sure. These guys have been phenomenal football players in a really, really super competitive football league back then. Back when Sioux Falls was really strong. Yeah. And we had to travel coast to coast and play some really strong football teams. So those are a couple guys that come to head. I don't know much about the teams, some of the guys there, but Chris Perry would be a guy I would think about down the road here when he retires, if he's been a good long player for the Beef.
I think that's the most difficult part with an exercise like this. Obviously they're going to limit it. I mean, you got to keep it, lean and mean.
How many people is it per year?
I believe they're going to start with 6.
Okay.
And then, in addition to that, when you start asking the fans all that stuff, of course, a lot of the fans are going to remember the recent people, recent players. They aren't going to remember some of this history and some of this historic stuff that really laid the groundwork.
Another guy I just thought of, I know you're going to love this. We got to remember Richard Johnson, known as Big Sexy. That was before your time, Todd.
He was one of the founding guys, yeah.
He ran the city as a player.
And you don't get the nickname Big Sexy without...
Everybody knows who knows the Beef, that's been around the years, knows who Big Sexy is.
That's a good one. We appreciate Don Igo joining us here at halftime with Richard Tiemann with the halftime report. We're almost ready for the second half, and it should be a good one. The first half was entertaining, 21 apiece. The last 2 undefeated teams are champions indoor football.
Who authorized that halftime? What was that? I got people in the concourse going, someone's getting fired.
I know who did not.
Okay.
I'll leave it at that. All right. We'll come back half number 2. You're listening to Omaha Beef.
Take care.
Professional indoor football, the Boomer Sports Network.
High slide. Come on down for a bite at High Slide. High Slide. High Slide. Come on down for a bite at High Slide. High Slides Burgers and Fries, located at 3505 South 42nd Street in Omaha, Nebraska. It's right inside the Grover Inn. There ain't no sign, but come on in. High Slides. Come on down for a bite at High Slide.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
OK Omaha Real Estate is Omaha's prime choice for residential property management. Our passion is to keep our clients' investments professionally managed, clean, and occupied for a low monthly fee. Follow our OK Omaha Real Estate Facebook page for available properties to rent or visit our website at okomaharealestate.com.
TO5 Bollywood Grill, featuring South Asian delicacies in a romantic and calm ambience. Our team of outstanding chefs and servers will cater to your every need for a dining experience you'll never forget. We're pleased to offer the very best South Asian cuisine. We have a vegan section on the menu with no artificial colors in any of our menu items. For corporate parties, we have 2 areas available, each seating up to 20 people. For small parties, we have a party pack to go. Party packs are available for delivery or pickup through our website, TO5Bollywoodgrill.com. TO5 Bollywood Grill. The food, the taste, the romance.
The Pit Barbecue Lounge on 72nd and Highway 370. The official barbecue of the Omaha Beef.
Ready for half number 2 in Ralston. 21 apiece between the last 2 undefeated teams in Champions Indoor Football. Again, I want to recap some of the other scores around the league. Sioux City having no problem with Rapid City, 24-0. They are at the half. And then Billings, halftime, out in front of Salina, 18-14. Coaching change there over the last week as Billings tries to pull off the upset. And then the battle of two teams, they're winless but still in playoff contention. Southwest Kansas out in front of Topeka, 27-24. They are in the third quarter. Wow, a lot going on in this league, and what a night here between these two teams. Coach, just tell us what you would have gone over as offensive or as Omaha coach in the locker room.
Omaha coach. Well, I was going to, just kind of second what Richard was talking about during halftime is Gillette's got to be pretty confident in where they're sitting right now because obviously, we've talked in depth about not having the kicker, and they put themselves in bad position a couple times and still in the football game, tied. As Omaha, I guess I would talk to them about that situation. When you look at Gillette and how they're playing, a couple things you need to stop. Right, you got to get more pressure on that quarterback for Gillette. You got to get more pressure. You got a clean pocket as they went down the last couple of series. Not sure what kind of defensive zone if they're playing man in the back, but they got to be able to identify receivers and where they're at. Otherwise, I think it's a pretty, obviously even game and just a matter of momentum.
Hey, real quickly, if you're Gillette's head coach,
I would say exactly what Richard was talking about during halftime. I was like, you know what?
You're playing with one hand tied behind your back in the first half. Here we are.
You gave Omaha 2 touchdowns inside the 10-yard line without a kicker.
Paul Ortiz, we told you he's got a leg at one point. He could go for that Uno. It's a risk reward if he misses, though.
Right.
But 1 point could be huge in this game. We'll see if at some point he does that. He approaches the ball, and it's a low line drive kick. It's going to bounce and go into the wall, fielded at the back board. Brought out and hit right at the line. Did he get it out? They're going to say he just got the ball out, which will avoid the rouge. I think that's a good call. They'll usually call it that way. But Gillette will start at the 5-yard line by rule on a great kickoff coverage by Omaha Special Teams.
And again, it's going to sound like a broken record.
Yeah, say it though.
It's exactly what we've been talking about. Omaha's got him down on the 5-yard line. Out the kickoff. Almost got the rouge.
So Omaha looking for a big defensive stand to start the second half. We are tied up. It's 4-0 Gillette. It's 3-0 Omaha. The last two undefeated teams here at Champions Indoor Football tried to get that number 1 position in the league. And top 2 teams will get first round bye in the CIF playoff field of 6 teams. Only time these two teams will meet, so the tiebreaker at stake as well. Trips to the near side. Pena, nothing doing on first down. He gets stacked up. He loses 2 or 3 yards, and they're going to back him up and make it 2nd and 12. That might be one of the adjustments. We now know what Pena is doing out of that jet sweep.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. You're going to make your biggest adjustments at halftime. So,
Yep. Now, one thing when people have asked about the new coaches here, it's things like this. We haven't had to see them really coach a lot yet, make adjustments, whatnot, because of the teams and the scores that we've seen. So this is going to be the first time we're really going to see what they do when they're in a game like this and how they adjust to it. So far, so good. They backed them up 3 on first down. It's 2nd down and 13, back to the 2-yard line. Pena operates out of his own end zone, empty backfield. Here comes the rush, has a man in the flat. It's complete. Out near a first down marker, and another pretty good play on offense for Gillette.
Huge play for Gillette. Nice job. He's staying in that pocket, being comfortable, taking his time, making the read, letting number 9 there get over. That was a nice job because it just takes a little bit of time for him to come across on that dig route or to progress.
Mike Pena, Nichols College, he doesn't throw too deep too often, but he is a 72.7% completion rating coming into the night. Fresh set of downs for the Mustangs out to the 15-yard line. Opening drive of half number 2. Pena drops back. Here comes the rush. He'll go long this time after I said he doesn't do that, but he's off target as he looked for Higgins as the intended receiver. It's incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10. You can see, Coach, when he does try that long ball, it's a little adventuresome when he gets down and starts throwing more than 20 yards down the field.
Yeah, and the thing is, the receivers, it seemed like they were kind of on the same route, same mindset with the kind of route the kid was running, but it was a little off there.
2nd down and 10. The crowd is alive here at Liberty First Credit Union Arena. They break the huddle. They'll go no running backs once again on second down and 10, under 12 minutes to go here in the third quarter. High motion, one on each side. Pena gets the snap, drops back, pocket collapses, and down he goes. Javari Nichols on the sack. His first sack of the season out of Olivet College. And he drops him for a loss of about 6 yards.
Yeah, the problem there is the route combination that Gillette was running was a little bit too long for the protection. And just couldn't hold on very long. He just didn't have a good read. All the guys are running vertical routes. And he just that pocket squeezed too fast for him. He just didn't have the height to get over that tick of looking at.
I take it back. I was at the wrong yard line. He lost about 8 yards on that sack. He just went backwards. It is third down and 19.
This is where it gets very dangerous.
Once again, they'll stack the far side, load up 3 wide receivers with a running back in the backfield. Looked like there's movement before, no flags. Pressure in the end zone. Pena evades it, now just throws it away. Wow. He had pressure in the end zone, avoided the safety as he had a defender jump up in his face. Avoided that, but then threw it away. But here you go once again, 4th and long. You got to go for it.
I'm not sure why he didn't run there. Not sure why he didn't take off. I don't have a replay, so it doesn't.
Well, he has to get past midfield is probably one reason why. Look for the big play. But again, no kicking game per se for Gillette. They will go for it from their own 7-yard line. Fans are fired up, and the defense is looking for a stop.
If Gillette doesn't convert here, this is the third series Omaha gets inside the 10-yard line.
That's what they're looking for. Empty backfield, 2 wideouts, or 3 wideouts on the far side, 1 on the near. Pena, obvious throwing situation, has pressure, nobody. Ball's on the ground, it's in the end zone. Who has it? Gillette has it. This ball's still alive. They need to tackle the lineman, and they do. I don't know why everybody stopped playing. The ball was never recovered, but either way, Omaha had a chance, had a touchdown. That ball was on the carpet, but instead they're going to get at the 5-yard line. As you said, Coach, third time tonight they're going to start the Gillette 5-yard line or in.
This drives me nuts, man.
As a defensive coordinator, this is not how you want to put your defense on the field, right?
No. If I'm Gillette, yeah, I'm sitting over with DC, I'm like, this is shit. We can't ever do this again, right? This is crazy.
So even though they're able to...
Fantastic for Omaha. Start for Gillette.
So they said that he actually advanced the ball illegally from the 1-yard line. They'll spot it there, but I thought that maybe it's not on a turnover on downs. You can start inside the 5 then? I thought it came back to the 5. Well, no, that's your own 5. I'm wrong. I'm all messed up. Either way, Omaha's going to have even better field position, literally about the 6-inch line when we come back. It's Omaha Beef football here on the Boomer Sports Network.
Universal Trucks is conveniently located in Omaha, just off I-80 at exit 440. At Universal Trucks, they have a great selection of heavy and medium-duty trucks and trailers. If you're interested in their amazing selection, visit online for more information at universaltrks.com or call 402-891-2652.
Southall Roofing is the official roofing company of the Omaha Beef with over 20 years of trusted service to the Omaha and Council Bluffs area. We offer an A+ Better Business Bureau rating. Warranties that are real. A business built on repeat customers. Call us for a free estimate at 402-612-0791 or visit our website at southallroofing.com. That's Southall Roofing Company, the official roofing company of your Omaha Beef.
Back at the slaughterhouse, needless to say, best field position of the night for Omaha. Best field position of the season. This may be a record. You ever had that ball is literally almost touching that goal line, Coach.
I don't, I'll ask Kirk, in all the years you've been around football, have you ever had the ball on the 6-inch yard line to start series? Not that I remember.
And if you do, have you not scored? That'd be worse. Omaha, needless to say, a golden opportunity here. They're 2 for 2 on turnovers this far down the field on downs, and already a very good red zone team coming into the night. They were 11 of 12 coming into the night in red zone, which is well over 90%. They're 2 for 2 tonight, and this would count. They're going to start actually out of the gun. I'm surprised Armstrong's not here. Armstrong's going to go up to center now. We'll see if he sneaks it in one more time. Men in motion. Armstrong takes it, lunges forward. Oh, initial stop. He did not get in.
So again, how many conversions, Todd? What was the number on that? The 90% number?
They are now, let me do my math here, 14 of 15 in the red zone.
14 of 15. How many of the 15 red zones started in the red zone? That would be one you want to look at.
Knowing that Southwest Kansas game, there may have been 6 or 7 or 8, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Armstrong back now in the gun. Empty formation. Here's a little jet sweep. They hand it off. It's a touchdown. Devonair Conliff on the carry and score. That's his first touchdown on the ground. 2023. He has 4 receptions, 5th touchdown overall. And Omaha takes the lead. And 3rd touchdown drive, as you said, of 5 yards or left, Coach, of the 4.
Yeah, that's just a strategic nightmare. If I'm Gillette, that's just it's just tough. You're putting yourself.
You're going to do some kicking tryouts in the tunnel. See who's your best kicker right now on this bench.
I would say the people in Gillette, I would definitely make a case for
Ortiz comes in. Extra point is good. It's Omaha 28, Gillette 21. 8:49 remaining in this game. And this happened earlier in the first half where Gillette turned it over on downs very deep on their field. Omaha scored. It looked like it might be starting a little snowball effect. They did respond though that time, but how many times can you put your defense in that position and your team? Not only that, your offense, you're asking for quite a bit out of it.
If this was a traditional game, right? And Gillette's playing a good football game.
Absolutely, and there's going to be a lot of stats. There are going to be a lot of stats, especially offensively, where they're going to dominate the night.
Yeah, Gillette's. They're just putting themselves in horrible positions there on the field. Otherwise, I think they're playing a really good football game. They're still in this football. It's 28-21, and 3 drives started inside the 10-yard line for Omaha, who's very good offensively.
Omaha by far the worst in the league in time of possession. Not going to help that at all tonight.
No, we got to take a look at that and get those numbers.
And starting field position, though, when your average starting field position literally is about the 11-yard line, it should be a good night offensively. Here's a long, deep kick. And off the backboard, perfect. It's loose. Did he get out of the end zone? He did not. No. That's going to be a ruse. What a play going down the field. Conliff, who just had the score, somehow came flying in and prevented him from crossing the goal line. And that's a big 1-point for Omaha. The officials are talking about him. I'm pretty sure he did not cross that plane coming out.
No, he did not.
He did not. Now, what Gillette is actually arguing here is if that ball hit the ground before the backboard, it would be dead. In their opinion, but that's not accurate, I don't believe. We see the replay here. That ball did not come out, and what a play by Conliff to come all the way down the field. And I thought he was going to at least get out of the end zone. He came flying in. So it's a ruse for Omaha, and you talk about a game where 1 point might be huge. There's one right there that makes this an 8-point game.
This is a perfect clinic take. Again, for Gillette.
Yeah.
This really is. Again, a ruse, right? Another kicking, special teams
1 point
scenario. This is,
not only that, but the field position.
Right, exactly. There you are again.
So Omaha started the last possession at the Gillette 6-inch line. Gillette starts their own 5. There was movement before. Did not see any flags. And we have a keeper. Is that
different quarterback?
I was going to say, that's a new quarterback, I believe. And I remember, late in the first half, I thought Pena was a little wobbly after a hit.
He's standing over there looking good, so it must be a game plan.
Well, That's Josh Hollins in now.
Yeah, Pena's standing over on the sideline looking fine, so it must be a game plan.
Josh Hollins not listed as a quarterback.
Receiver. Right, receiver.
So this is kind of wildcat right here. He's going to keep it himself. That's exactly what they're doing. That looked like a hold. That was a big-time hold. You even saw everybody look at it. No flags come out. We've seen the flags pretty much stay in the pockets tonight, but number 72 for Gillette, the offensive lineman, James Hines, the fourth, definitely had the arm wrapped around a Beef defender. But short gain on the play, be 3rd down and 1. Oh, nope, now they're going to give him the first down and move the chains. The nose of the ball is hitting the 15-yard line. And with the touchback off the Rouge, means a start at the 5. That is good for a first down. So 1st and 10 as Pena stays on the bench and Hollins stays in to operate out of the pistol. We don't know if he has the ability to really throw or not. This looks like Wildcat offense. High motion, far side, low snap, goes down and gets it. Here comes the rush. He's going to have to run outside. He throws right there, and it wasn't a bad pass, but got broken up, and the ball went into the stands, and that defense is hot on pursuit.
Now, you know what's good about Hollins. He's pretty athletic back there. That QB run game, that scheme they had earlier could be pretty effective with him.
I will have to admit that a game of this caliber with the hitting and the competitiveness we've seen, it's been a very clean played game. Hats off to both these teams here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've seen a lot of chippy games, games that were not competitive this year. But
and the way he was hit there, he probably had every...
That looked like one that might start to blow up a little bit. Incomplete pass, 2nd down and 10 at the 15-yard line for Gillette. High motion out of the slots. He will throw. And Hollins finds a completion inside Omaha territory. And this is an interesting change now at quarterback as Higgins is the receiver. He picks up 13 on the reception. It's a first down for Gillette.
I like what I'm seeing so far.
At the 22.
Looks pretty good. Real effective at moving his feet in the pocket, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's got a little bit better movement.
Yeah.
So first down and 10. Ball is at the 22-yard line of Omaha. Omaha out in front, 29-28. Low snap, goes down and gets it. He's going to have to rush around. He finds some yards and lunges forward, picks up about 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
He could cause some issues. He's pretty good there. That's what I'm seeing so far.
Runs that scramble drill pretty well. He's elusive in the backfield so far.
Trying to find some stats on him.
That's what I'm trying to find. Yeah, how about that? Easier said than done. Hollins has thrown 5 passes on the season coming into the night. 2 of them were complete. So a little bit of experience. Again, we don't know if this is really just a designed rest for Pena or if there's anything more to it than that. 2 wideouts on each side of Hollins. Drops back. Here comes the rush. Has a man. Is complete inside the 10-yard line. Big target by that wide receiver, and Hollins hits it. Good for another 13 yards as we first and goal for the Mustangs.
Yeah, he's got a nice little drive going here. He gives them, I mean, from what I've seen so far from Hollins, is he's giving them a nice athletic ability at that here to get away from a really good pass rush from Omaha if he needs to.
Yeah, because he's getting some time, receivers time to get open.
Yep. Going under 4 minutes here in the 3rd quarter. Gillette trying to respond to the Omaha touchdown. Jet sweep, and he keeps it. Hollins up the middle, lunges to the goal line. I believe he's there. He is. It's a touchdown for the Mustangs, and they are 2 points away. They've been going for 3-point conversions. They're going to go for the 2 here to tie this one up.
Yeah, going back again to the whole strategic thing we've been talking about throughout the game. You got to give Gillette a lot of credit here. One is they've been staying in this football game, putting themselves in bad field position, and then now they switch out quarterbacks, and it's got a whole fresh look, right? And Pena's pretty effective. A lot of them are letting him really give you another aspect of the game. Remember letting Josh Hollins give you an aspect of the game that really causes defensive coordinators nightmares.
Well, remember, Omaha had the Rouge to start this drive, so a 2-point conversion will tie it up instead of giving Wyoming the lead at this point. Looking to make it a 29-all game. Gillette has a shot here as we go under 3 minutes with a 2-point conversion. Hollins will wind up under center. Trips to his left. Motion behind him, and people run around. It's going to be...
Could be illegal defense.
I call it illegal defense, but there's contact, so I'm not sure how that play would not have been blown dead if that was the case. They let him finish and then actually signal touchdown, which...
Yeah, they don't show the replays.
If it's illegal defense, we'll get another shot at it. Officials discuss. Here's Randy Hagedorn with the verdict. So they're going to let that go and decline the penalty. I'm not sure how that play finishes with the contact, but they let it go, and that's why you play till there's a whistle. And with 2:47 remaining here in the third quarter, we are tied at 29 here in Ralston. Got a good one between the top two teams here in the CIF. We'll come back. 29 apiece. You're listening to Omaha Beef Professional Indoor Football here on the Boomer Sports Network.
See the Trainer offers a full line of in-stock bracing, home health, and rehabilitation products. Whether your pain results from a chronic condition or an acute injury, they're dedicated to improving your quality of life. Their knowledgeable staff will do their best in assisting you in selecting the appropriate product to best fit your needs. In-stock products for orthopedics, sports medicine, rehabilitation, home health, and patient education. Visit See the Trainer. They've got you covered.
Beyond Golf, located at 12040 McDermott Plaza in La Vista, opened its doors in 2009 in an effort to bridge the long seasonal gap to Midwest golfers. In 2012, the first major addition was our kitchen, and we haven't looked back since. Beyond Golf features indoor golf on some of the world's most famous courses. Enjoy a round of golf in a laid-back atmosphere, complete with a full bar, gourmet food menu, and big screen TVs. Book your tea time online or drop in for one of our craft cocktails, craft beer on draft, or delicious food items. Visit our website at www.beyondgolf.com or by calling us at 402-916-4727.
Welcome back to Ralston. We're tied at 29 with 2:47 to go in the third. Billings still out in front of Salina, 24-21.
Wow.
As that game is in the third quarter of play.
Wow. Billings playing good football, huh? With that coaching change, huh?
There you go.
Yeah.
Shake things up a little bit. Low line drive kick, fielded at the 5 by the Beef, to the 10, the 15, to the near side, 20, into Wyoming territory and tackled at the 20-yard line. Darton on the return. We saw him return kickoffs back-to-back for touchdowns down in Dodge City. But again, good field position. Actually, the worst field position for Omaha, I believe, tonight.
Well,
It's going to be at the 20-yard line.
Three that I can think of. They had one little kick that they're on the 16.
Well, yeah,
That
first one's at the 25.
Tommy threw that
So.
pick, right? Tommy threw the pick, and then they had one on the 25 and on the 20. So only one series has started and beat zone territory. One. Over 7, I believe.
Final couple minutes here, third quarter of play. Good one here tonight in the CIF. Pistol formation, Jeff Mack lining up with Armstrong. High motion, handoffs to back up the middle to the 15, the 10, bowls over a couple of Mustangs. He's inside the 10-yard line. It'll be first and goal for Omaha. Jeff Mack, Long Island Post University, veteran all over indoor football. He's been playing as long as there's been YouTube, I think.
Yeah, he's been around a long time. He always ran hard and runs hard.
Full house formation for Tommy Armstrong, 3 in the backfield with him. He's going to send 2 in motion to his left side. First to goal from the 8, almost went off sides. Armstrong on the keeper, cuts inside the 5 down to the 4. It'll be second down and 4. That was a play that didn't know if it was going to transpire, and Armstrong did a good job to find 4 out of it. Right back on the ball. Omaha wants to run tempo. Second and goal from the 4-yard line. 60 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Empty formation, high motion, fakes the handoff. Look like a hold, no flag again. He throws the corner, it's incomplete.
Yeah, not just a little pass rush off that left side there.
We have not seen, I don't believe, correct me if I'm wrong, a holding penalty in this game. And I think you're starting to see the linemen understand this could take something significant for that to be called, too. And you know how they are. They sort of, see what they get away with. I've seen that for both teams.
Yeah, just testing the waters a little bit.
Third and goal. The ball is at the 4-yard line. We're tied at 29. Big series here for both teams, to say the least. Under 30 seconds to go here in quarter number 3. They load up the left side for Armstrong. 2 now go into motion. Armstrong fakes the pitch. Directs traffic in the corner. It's caught for a touchdown. A touchdown for Omaha. And it's complete to Desante Darton.
Nice patience for Tommy Armstrong to let that route develop. Yeah, he put that ball where they have the receiver's the only guy that can get to it. Down low and away. Right.
First reception for Dorton, I believe, on the season for a touchdown. They're going to go for the 1 point. Dorton out of Eastern Washington in beautiful J.D. Washington. They play on that red turf.
Oh, yeah.
Formerly the home of Seattle Seahawks training camp. Spent a lot of time on that campus. Paul Ortiz comes in for the extra point as time has expired here in the third. High snap. Armstrong gets it down. The kick is up. And it is good. We're going to quarter number 4. We have a ball game in Ralston. Omaha out in front, 36-29. You're listening to Omaha Beef Professional Indoor Football all across the Boomer Sports Network.
The Firewater Bar and Grill, located on the corner of 72nd and Grover, inside the Comfort Inn and Suites. It's your go-to bar and grill for all your friends' outings, business dinners, or just a night out in the town with good food and drinks. Be sure to stop by on Mondays for the live Omaha Beef Coaches Show every week and have a nice cold beverage along with some great food. That's the Firewater Bar and Grill. They are the official partner of your Omaha Beef. The Asthma and Allergy Center has been in the forefront of asthma and allergy research for more than 40 years. Dr. Ford and Dr. Brooks are currently enrolling patients for an asthma study. Qualifying participants will receive all study-related medical care, procedures, and study medication at no cost. Compensation for time and travel will also be provided. If you are 19 to 65 years old and have asthma, contact the research department at the Asthma and Allergy Center for more information, or find us at asthmaandallergycenter.com. Liberty First Credit Union Arena here in Ralston. It is the slaughterhouse here tonight, and it is lit up orange as we go to the fourth quarter of play. And Kirk Heyer, this is exactly what, this is what you would have expected based on the records of these two teams coming in tonight. And quite a game here that's going to determine first place going forward in the CIF.
Yeah, it is. And we were seeing, the change up of the go to the running game with that quarterback. It really made a difference.
15 minutes left here, at least in regulation. This is a game that who knows what's going to happen. We've seen a little bit of everything so far in this one, but what we have seen is Omaha looks like, honestly, has had some chances to maybe take this game over, but Gillette keeps answering the bell and coming back.
Yeah, this is where it's going to be. Obviously now you're going to have time against you if you're Gillette. If you get yourself in that position again where you're deep in your own end zone, you can't, they've been doing a good job getting out of some of those situations, but if they don't, it's just chaotic.
Not to harp on it, but we will, because that's our job.
It is.
This is a game that's obviously going to come down to one play or one mistake or one situation, and it's going to be a little thing that's going to cost one of these teams, and you don't want to do those little things to yourselves.
Across the spectrum of football, from little leagues up to the professional level, the third aspect of football that a lot of people ignore sometimes is special teams, and as long as they're going to keep that part of the game, the art of the game, you got to pay attention to it, right? And so, I guess if it's my box to stand on tonight, that's the one I'm going to stand on, right? So this should be a great lesson for Gillette to take a look at when they look at the film, regardless if they win or lose, right?
Nick Burris is back at Network Control producing this one tonight. He wants to remind everybody there looks like KIBM Omaha, 94.5 FM, 1490 AM, and on myboomerradio.com across the internet. It's on YouTube with pictures. It's everywhere.
Break your Nick to keep you accountable.
Isn't that nice? He's had a tough night. He turns us on and then waits for us to get done. Ortiz kicks off, low line drive kick, one bounce, fielded 1 yard deep, out to the 5 to 10, and nice tackle. Well, I shouldn't say a tackle. He ran into a Beef defender, Kai Black, backup linebacker, who was engaged with a Gillette Mustang and brought him down. And again, the long field for Gillette, but that has not stopped him. A couple times it has, but they have responded with some nice drives here tonight.
Yeah, that was kind of funny. It looked like that returner was like a missile. He was going to go straight. He was on a straight line.
They spot the ball at the 14-yard line. If you're just joining us, glad you found us either on the terrestrial radios or on the internet or on the video stream. Omaha Beef 36, Gillette Mustangs 29, champions indoor football. Mustangs 4-0, Beef 3-0, one team looking to stay undefeated. Holland stays in at quarterback, they chase him out, and he finds some room. Here he goes, 25-20, 15-10, 5, one man to beat. He stops him, but wow, what a big pickup, and that guy has some speed. Hollins, he turned on the jets and went up that far dasher board all the way down to the 2-yard line.
And you actually were saying on that last series, I remember him telling you he is going to cause some issues with his feet.
And there's a player slow to get up for Omaha.
Yeah, Josh brought it, man, when he was the quarterback for Gillette, brought it pretty hard. So I'm not sure exactly if that's the guy who was tackling him. But yeah, it's a thing. Like if he's not going to get his looks, and that pocket collapses, he's gone.
He just flushed outside after that pocket disappeared. There's nobody up that far sideline. He went right up that far dasher board, and one stop saved the touchdown. I believe it was Aaron Jackson down there was the last man.
This is a nice change-up for Gillette offensively.
Omaha, another injured player. They've had a couple injuries coming into this game. Starting run back Josh Singleton did not play tonight. That's why Jeff Mack was signed to the roster. And James Claiborne, defensive lineman, went on the short-term IR. He'll be out this week and at least next. Big slate of games coming up for Omaha, starting with tonight, and then next week, Omaha travels down for a rematch of the last 2 Champions Bowls. They go to the Pizza Palace in Salina, Kansas, to take on the Salina Liberty. We're hosting Billings here tonight. First and goal for Gillette. They are at the 4-yard line. Hollins under center. Movement before, no flags. Hand off far side, and we're going to have a flag. Will he get the goal line? He will not. They'll mark him down at the 1.
Sure,
and now we have a late flag that comes out. This is going to be unsportsmanlike on one of the 2 teams. The first flag may very well be a hold as it was thrown on the corner as he was trying to find some room. So we'll sort it out. I believe we have 2 penalties on the play. The second one's going to be dead ball foul.
Yeah, I was trying to see what could be the first foul. I don't know if it was a face mask. It could have been, but
they haven't been calling the hold, so maybe it would take a handful of face masks. It'd be an odd place for the first one to be called.
And I think 72, that would be James Hines. Kind of came late there. I'm not sure if he got into it with somebody or not, but could be offsetting. I'm not sure yet.
Let's find out.
Double whammy.
So it's exactly as we saw. It was a hold on Gillette. The dead ball personal foul. End results will be 25 yards and penalties against Gillette. And they're going to go from the 4-yard line all the way back to their own 22. Wow. Repeat first down.
That's crazy.
So very rare first and goal from your own 22-yard line.
This could defeat your red zone percentage.
Yeah. Could be tough, but we saw the big run, and we know Gillette is capable of the big play. Omaha wants to stop it right here. We're going to have a whistle before we get going. 13:06 remaining here in the 4th quarter. And everybody, yep, first and goal from their own 22. That's 28 yards away.
I want to remind everybody of that.
Yep. It is what it looks like. There's only one chain marker. Trips the near side for the Gillette Mustangs. They trail by 7. High motion. They fake the handoff. Keeper once again for Hollins, and he gets airborne and brought down after a gain of about a half dozen. He gets to the Omaha 21-yard line, where it'll be second down and goal from the Omaha 21.
Another really good open field tackle by Giles. Trey Dudley.
He's been all over the field tonight, pursuing the defenders. That's a pursuit drill you run early on in camp. Teach those guys to find the ball.
And Trey's always been super solid fundamentally. Great eye for the ball, tracks it well, plays great fundamentally.
Volume turning up on the crowd here as we approach the 12-minute mark. Second down and goal for the 22. Hollins drops back. He's going to keep it again. Takes the throw. He may have been over the line of scrimmage, but it's intercepted. It's intercepted. There's no whistle. This ball's still alive. He's still running. Here's Dorn. No, it's not Dorn. Excuse me. Is that ball live? It's Fathom. And they let this play go all the way down here. There was no contact, I believe. That board is not out of bounds unless he's hit into it. And they let the play go, and he ran it all the way back to the Gillette 20-yard line. Let's find out if that's what happened.
Yeah, they're not going to do it either.
It appears it is.
There was no touch.
Yeah. That's the confusing part. The walls are out of bounds if you're contacted into them. It's just like the ground. It's professional rules. It did not. Nobody's really arguing it. In Omaha, what a huge play now has it with a 7-point lead as we go under 12 minutes left in regulation at the Gillette 20-yard line, and a big opportunity to try to get up by 2 possessions for the first time tonight. Armstrong fakes the handoff, looks, he wants the 6-hander. It's incomplete. Good coverage downfield by Gillette. We've seen that all night long from Gillette. That was Sean Harper Jr. breaking that one up. That's something Omaha has not seen offensively. They've been exploiting DBs and backfields all season long in the first 3 games.
Yeah, right. Again, Judd's been playing well offensively and defense. It's just a field position. Let's see how well they do here. They've been doing well with room.
Second down and 10 for the Beef. High motion for Armstrong in the pistol. Mack, he has room to the 15, stutter steps, and he picks up 5, be third down and 5. Jeff Mack, they did it, put in his measurements. If I remember correctly, he's about 5'7" and 170 pounds. Low center of gravity, but a tough runner. Mack truck, big time. It's at the 15-yard line, third down and 5. Approaching 10 minutes to go in regulation. One of these teams will remain undefeated. The other will receive their first loss of the 2023 season. 2 wideouts high on the far side. They go in motion. Armstrong has time. Now the pocket's collapsing. Dances, and it's complete. Taken off the turf. It's going to be short of the first down. As Mack had to go down and get it off the carpet. It's going to be fourth down and 2. And now here's an interesting situation. You got a 7-point lead, but a great field goal kicker.
Yeah, this is where
I leave the offense on the field.
I think you put the ball in Tommy's hands, let him run.
That's why I get paid the big indoor bucks.
Yeah. Well, he's under center, so this could be a...
See if they try to draw him off. He's going to be under center. It's fourth down and 3. 3 in the backfield, 2 in motion. Pitch. And now cuts back. Little screen. The Beef at the first down. They needed 3. They got 4. And a nice job by Conliff. They tried to do a little pitch screen, and he had to cut back and find the hole. The screen really didn't develop, but he found the 4 yards.
Yeah, again, they run that forward motion with both guys, and it's been something they ran in indoor football for years where the DBs are 5 yards back, so
sure.
It could be a quick little play there for a first down.
End result, first and goal for Omaha. 9.5 to go here in regulation. Ball's at the 8-yard line. Omaha trying to add to a 7-point advantage. They stack the far side, 2 go in motion. Armstrong has it, drops back, looks downfield. He has time now, has room to run. 10-5, leans forward, dives in. It's a touchdown for Tommy Armstrong. And the Beef have scored to take a 2-possession lead over Gillette.
Again, put the ball in best player's hands, and he's going to take care of business for you. Tom got out of pocket and took care of business.
Armstrong has not had a great night through the air, but he has made up for it on the ground. And right there, that was a tough run, especially the last 2 yards to find the end zone. And Omaha's out in front by 13 with the extra point to come.
Tommy definitely imposed his will on the goal line.
Ortiz will come in for the traditional extra point. This would make it a 14-point game. The kick is up, and it is good. 8:28 to go here in Ralston. Omaha 43, Gillette 29. You're listening to Omaha Beef Professional Indoor Football here on the Boomer Sports Network.
High slides. Come on down for a bite at High Slides. High Slides. High Slides. Come on down for a bite at High Slides. High Slides Burgers and Fries, located at 3505 South 42nd Street in Omaha, Nebraska. It's right inside the Grover Inn. There ain't no sign, but come on in.
The HVAC guy you called says your system is shot and needs to be replaced. Get a second opinion. Call Titanium HVAC and they'll tell you whether you actually do need a replacement or just a repair. Titanium HVAC, where honesty and quality come standard. TitaniumOmaha.com.
The Pit Barbecue Lounge on 72nd and Highway 370. The official barbecue of the Omaha Beef.
Fourth quarter here in Ralston, Omaha. Biggest lead of the night. They're up by 14. It is 43-29 after the Tommy Armstrong 8-yard touchdown run. And coach, the biggest part of this is it's a two-possession game with those extra point rules. It's tough to get to a two-possession in a close game, but Omaha has done it. Ortiz kicks it 5 yards deep. It's brought out. Goal line, 5-10. He's got room 15-20 in Omaha territory, and the kicker comes in. That was not the kicker. Who was that? Small guy, but saves the run in Gillette.
Ortiz made that hit.
That was Ortiz.
Yeah.
He looked like a kicker. I didn't even look at the number.
Yeah.
He just came and tackled like a kicker.
Yeah, he just kind of shouldered.
Yeah.
Just kind of leaned into him a little bit.
And Gillette now will have some good field position for a change. At the 17-yard line, they do need a score right here as they trail by 2 possessions. We're under 8 to go.
Well, I know Mustang fans are listening. This is the game's going to come down to special teams, man. You're responding with the kick returns. We'll see how this goes. It's going to come down to some points here.
Clock's running as we're halfway through the fourth quarter. Play clock's down to 5. They're going to have to hurry up. They took their time out of this change of possession, and they did not get it off. It's at 0. It's at 0. It's at 0. There's the flags. Back judge, former league director of officials, I'm not sure he even noticed, but the side judges threw the flag. Is that weird?
That would be. They showed delay a game, but then they were offsides too.
So delay a game will back them up 5 yards. They'll start at the 22-yard line. Make it first down and 15. At the 22, Omaha 43, Gillette 29. Both teams looking to stay undefeated. Gillette looking for win number 5. Omaha looking for win number 4. High snap. Hollins still in there. Drops throw. Oh, that's nearly picked off. Tried to challenge Chris Perry. Oh, but he batted it away. It'll be second and 15.
Yeah, Josh up a little bit.
Hollins is stayed in for this whole second half. Gave them a little spark. And he's had some big runs as well. He's a little more potent on offense, at least on the ground, it would appear.
This is where it gets tough for teams coming into the slaughterhouse. It gets loud and crazy in here.
They're taking their time. We're down to 6.5 to go. Second down and 15. Low snap. Hollins gets it. He's going to keep it himself and can't get out of traffic. And it's down on the ground. Looked like the ball almost came loose, but he picks up maybe maybe half yard on the play. It'd be third down and long. Yeah. Needless to say, 4-down territory. It has been all night for Gillette. Omaha defense look for yet another stop. Next week we come to you from Salina, Kansas, a week from tonight, 6:30 kickoff. You can hear that here on the Boomer Sports Network. Two wideouts on the far side going to high motion. Hollins drops back, turns the ball down, throws, has a man. Oh, incomplete.
Oh, wow, he didn't call that either.
Thought the flag might come out. Tight coverage to say the least. As Omaha, we'll say, played that ball perfectly, right? Right on time, Coach?
Absolutely. Sure, you bet.
He was good. Looked like that ball was going to be caught. But Ponce de Leon was right there, we'll say, at the exact same time to break it up. End result, 4th down and 15. This will be the drive right here. We're approaching the 5-minute mark. Gillette needs to get down to the 10-yard line. Inside the 10-yard line. Two wideouts on each side. 4th down and 15 to go. Hollins drops back. Here's a rush. Thinks about running. Hey, it's sacked. He gets sacked, and the defense has turned it over on downs. Deshaun Washington has the honors with a sack, and Omaha will take control with 4:54 remaining in the game and a 14-point lead.
Deshaun Washington put that sack down with conviction.
Yeah, he left no doubt on that one. Grudge sack. That's one of those that builds up, right? Oh, yeah. And you're ready. And
I've been chasing you around all night. You're mine. I got you. That's right. I got something for you.
Yes, sir. Big defensive stop by the Omaha Beef, and they take over. 4:31 to go in the game. Looking to take sole possession of first place in Champions Indoor Football and give the Gillette Mustangs their first loss of the season. They're just over 4 minutes away from doing just that. Armstrong out. Pistol formation, Jeff Mack. Two wideouts on the far side, one on the near. High motion, Mack on the ground. He has room, 20-15. Good pickup on first down, picks up about 8. And now we're seeing that late pushing and shoving. I guess you get the first one free here tonight. As we 2nd down and 1.
You got to give that last series where the defense was out there, that you got to give it to the Slaughterhouse. That was a great series for the Slaughterhouse. They put the pressure on that offense, and they couldn't hear the signals. They had a couple bobble balls in the backfield. That's good job, Slaughterhouse.
They're doing it all night long. 3:45 remaining. Armstrong, pistol formation. Mack back there with him. High motion. They'll give it to Mack. Right side, inside the 15, lowers ahead. Boy, he's a hard runner even at his elderly age. Gets down near the 10.
Yeah, you're talking to us out here. You're calling him elderly.
Man, I mean, he's in his 30s, right?
Hey, Jeff Mack's going to keep running, man.
He is.
He's giving that guy a little bit of gas. He's going to keep that Mack truck trucking.
Fresh set of downs for Omaha. Nice to see him on this side, though, for a change. Yeah. Seems like we've seen him put up a lot of numbers over the years.
Yeah, he's
against Omaha. 1st and 10 for Omaha. We go under 3 minutes. Trying to avoid a disaster and put this one away. It's at the 11. Armstrong has a free play. Goes to end zone. Touchdown. Oh, and a huge hit. Did he hang on to the ball? No, he did not. He got sent into row number C. I think it was Doran on the reception. He has not got up yet. He's going to have to be helped. He had a free play in the corner. He had the ball when he went over, but he got escorted up the seats hard.
Yeah, maybe he got a band hurt, possibly, right, too?
Yeah, I thought I saw his head snap back. You know.
Yeah, that's... Those boards are not forgiving whatsoever.
And it's not necessarily the boards. It's when you go into that first row of seats. There's concrete obviously right behind that, and then seats that aren't meant to take hits as well. If you hit that in the right way, and he went head over heels into that first row. And the rule here is if you come down with the ball, it's a touchdown no matter where you start inbounds.
Looks like that man's going to keep the ball, too.
I would have stuffed it back in Doran's hands before the officials got there.
Exactly. You're holding.
Yeah. They went over to check him, and
he's still over there.
He's still over there, and this
he's
not something we want to see.
That reminds me back when we were in Bloomington.
Oh, right through the wall.
Yeah, broke his arm. Yeah, that was horrible. Yeah, over the years, you just see these things once in a while happen with these walls.
You forget that those walls do not give. They're hockey boards behind padding. But when you hit the one like you did there, I don't think it's necessarily the board itself that's the issue. It's the going over it and whatever he landed on the other side in an awkward position as they work on him. Yeah. Well, I think we got some movement. We've seen it. He gets a standing ovation. He's going to get helped out of here. We've seen a few of those in a variety of arenas in CIF this year, more so than normal. There's a game early this season in Sioux City. We saw an actual kid take the brunt in a game stoppage. He ended up being okay, but man, you got to really have your heads up, and he's really being helped off, not putting any weight on at least one of those legs. It is Dorton, and we hope it's less serious than it appears at the moment. We have a challenge flag on the play.
Challenge to see if he caught that, huh? Possibly.
About the only thing you can challenge, I suppose. Can't challenge the offsides call. Of course, Omaha wouldn't be doing that. Reminder, after the game, everybody's going to head over to Therapy Bar and Grill. The post-game headquarters party spot, they pull up the challenge flag, explain that they cannot or will not challenge or review that play. But therapy after the game, and then at the Firewater Bar and Grill, we're going to talk all about this Monday night, 6 to 7 o'clock on our sister station, Bluffs Country 106.5. And get ready for the Salina Liberty. 2.5 minutes, they start the clock back up. Omaha hopefully get out of here without any more injuries, as Armstrong now will watch that clock run down before taking the snap. Play clock's at 15. He can let that go down. Game clock will be right about 2 minutes when they take the snap. First down and 5 after the penalty. Low snap, hand off to Mack. Mack jumps around, goes outside. He wanted it. Gets down to the 3-yard line, and you can see him feeling it. He wants to get on that scoreboard.
Mack's got a little shifty now. He got some shiftiness in him. Not only can he be a truck, he can dance like a butterfly.
I figure if he's going to sign, might as well score.
That's right.
It's second down and 2, balls at the 3. Omaha can actually get a first down at the 1-yard line. As we're under 2 minutes to go here in Ralston. They stack the near side. Mack stays in the backfield, likely to get it with 90 seconds to go. Here's the high motion. Handoffs to Mack. Mack finds the hole. He finds the goal line. Touchdown, Jeff Mack. And Jeff Mack puts a nail in the coffin of the Gillette Mustangs with 1:25 remaining in the game, as Omaha is up in front, 49-29.
Nice job. That's, again, just now Jeff Mack imposing his will, getting that ball across the goal line. That was a really nice, hard run by him. Right there, 2 of them. One before that and that one.
Oh, and with the 20-point lead, Omaha's going to go for the second most exciting play in indoor football, the 3-point conversion brought to you by the CIF.
At this point, why not?
Why not, you know? I get a little practice in Omaha. Yeah. Did this last week. That's something that they do tend to do. I assume for practice, not just to run up score.
Well, yeah.
Why not?
Insurance.
I don't know.
So at some point they may have to.
At some point they're going to need this.
Yes.
They don't want to do it early, because unless they need to, so we'll see what they dial up here, what Mike Statham has, or excuse me, Mike
the offense coordinator.
Tatum. Went to therapy early. My bad.
I hear that former Pittsburgh Steeler might be signing autographs there.
Oh, he'll sign autographs anywhere. Anywhere you find him.
Sitting to my right, the great Kirk Hire.
Here we go. This is 4-3. All the wideouts on the near side, back in the backfield with him. The ball's at the 5-yard line for the three-point attempt. Armstrong, he's wide open to the tight end. It's an eligible receiver for the three-point conversion. Clifford Porter Jr. showing some hands as he gets the tray, and Omaha is out in front 52-29.
Nice play. Easy, uncovered, the tight end.
Omaha has outscored Wyoming 31-8 here in the second half.
Yeah, a lot of things you could contribute. Some of the failures here with Gillette.
And it wasn't even the failures that we thought we could Gillette.
No. They're going to have to go back and really, I think when they look at this film, they're going to be, wow, we had tons of opportunity. But really, from a strategic standpoint, put ourselves in a bad position with some of the things like that third level of the game we talk about with the kicking game. And I know we've been talking about like beating it like a dead horse all night. But, it's got to be a lesson to some of these guys who are in this league. I understand the concept behind the roster spot and the 3 and the 4 point stuff, but it's always going to come back to tradition and how this game is played. Unless you take special teams completely out.
Omaha's opponent next weekend, Salina, out in front of Billings, 33-3 in the fourth quarter.
Wow.
Game down in Salina, Kansas. That's where we'll be next Saturday night as we do the rematch of Champions Bowl 8 and 9 or 7 and 8. You lose track. There have been so many great Champions Bowls. As Ortiz was tried for the Uno, they thought he'd give it a shot. He pulled it to the left. It goes over the wall. Want to give him some practice at that live action.
So this is where you can do these things, right? I guess if the rules are in place, this is where you try the Uno with the, what's that called again? What do you call that conversion now? The kick through the kickoff to the goal post?
Oh, that's an Uno.
Okay, gotcha. Why not?
So Omaha is looking to move to 4-0, but more importantly, controlling their old destiny for home field advantage throughout the playoffs. It's the only 2 times these 2 teams meet, so in essence, a game plus a tiebreaker, a 2-game lead over Gillette when it comes to playoff rankings. 60-second warning here in Ralston. We'll come back, finish it up. You're listening to Omaha Beef Professional Indoor Football here on the Boomer Sports Network.
Founded in 2016, IAMS Wealth Management is a service-oriented organization dedicated to supporting independent investment advisors who provide holistic fiduciary services to clients. We operate as the back-office support team for dozens of advisors throughout the country that are experienced in financial planning, investments, insurance, and more. With our assistance, they are equipped to focus their time and energy on what's most important, you and your needs. Call 888-255-7670 or visit our website at iamswealthmanagement.com.
Bird dogging is when someone is focused like a laser to find the problem and fix it, like the technicians at Titanium HVAC. If there's a problem with your HVAC system, they will find it and fix it. Titanium HVAC. Honesty and quality come standard. TitaniumOmaha.com.
Last 60 here in Omaha as Omaha is looking to move to 4-0 on the season to give the Gillette Mustangs their first loss of 2023. 52-29 Omaha. High motion. Keeper by the quarterback. Goes up the middle. Hollins gets 3 yards as we put the finishing touches on this one.
I guess I would say something, the positive thing, Gillette could look at this from their standpoint is, I like this Josh Hollins kid.
I do too.
Quarterback. I think they can do something with him. I think you can look back and look at this game. There's some things they can do. They're a pretty good football team, so they're going to be a problem down the road.
I agree. May very well see them again under 30. Handoff up the middle. Has a first down inside the 14. Got some pushing and shoving going now as time is running down towards 000. And I also think both teams are going to look as to go that neither of them really played an exceptional game, to be honest with you. And that happens when you get competitive games and good defenses and whatnot. But both teams, I think, feel like they probably got room to grow forward. And they're both pretty good in this league right now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and they kind of snuck up on in the second half of the running quarterback, and so that's other teams are going to see that, so they're going to be prepared.
Clock runs down to 000. This one is official. It's a Omaha Beef victory. 52-29. Omaha Beef stays undefeated and in first place in the CIF as they move to 4-0. The Gillette Mustangs get their first loss of the season. They dropped to 4-1. We'll come back. We'll wrap this one up. You're listening to Omaha Beef Professional Indoor Football right here on the Boomer Sports Network.
High slide, come on down for a bite at high slide. High slide, come on down for a bite at high slide. Hyde Slides Burgers and Fries, located at 3505 South 42nd Street in Omaha, Nebraska. It's right inside the Grover Inn. There ain't no sign, but come on in. Hyde Slides, come on down for a bite at Hyde Slides.
GBR Auto Sales and Service is your go-to provider for all your car care needs. They offer a full top-to-bottom in-house service center that not only takes care of all of your car's maintenance and repairs, but they even go the extra mile of picking up your car and dropping it off on any services provided to take the hassle and stress off of your hands. Let them be your car's official provider and partner to keep it on the road for a very long time while protecting your investment. Visit them at gbrautosalesandsservice.com or call today at 402-999-8082 to schedule your next worry-free appointment. Football fans, are you an ink fan? Well, stop by and see our friends over at Eternal Tattoo and Body Piercing at any of their multiple facilities all across the Omaha and Lincoln metro areas. They are providing the cleanest facilities, which you know is important, especially in these times, and the best quality tattoo and body piercing services around this area. Check them out for yourself. Find a location. Visit them online, eternalink.biz today for more information. Fazoli's new 5 under $5, under 500 calories. 5 flavor-packed Fazoli's dishes you crave, all under $5 and 500 calories. For a limited time in our 5 under $5 lineup, every dish is under 500 calories. Choose from classic spaghetti with savory meat sauce, cheesy, creamy fettuccine Alfredo, new gluten-friendly rotini with marinara, our delicious keto pepperoni and bacon flatbread, crispy boneless buffalo wings. With Fazoli's 5 under $5, under 500 calories, there's sure to be something for everyone. Only at Fazoli. Limited time only. Price and participation may vary by location. Tax not included. All ingredients are gluten-friendly, rotini or gluten-free. They're prepared in an environment where cross-contact will occur.
Founded in 2016, IAMS Wealth Management is a service-oriented organization dedicated to supporting independent investment advisors who provide holistic fiduciary services to clients. We operate as the back-office support team for dozens of advisors throughout the country that are experienced in financial planning, investments, insurance, and more. With our assistance, they are equipped to focus their time and energy on what's most important, you and your needs. Call 888-255-7670 or visit our website at iamswealthmanagement.com.
Just went past the top of the hour here at Liberty First Credit Union Arena. Reminder, you've been listening to KIBM Omaha. 94.5 FM, 1490 AM, and on myboomerradio.com. Final score in Omaha. Omaha 52, Mustangs 29. Omaha stays undefeated and in first place. And Kirk, they haven't all been pretty, except for the scores are pretty at the end. So, where does Omaha go from here as they go down to Salina?
Well, they've got, I think, a little bit of a picture there is what happened. Now, watching what Salina and Topeka played again, so we'll just see what's happening here. Topeka threw the ball tremendously well against Salina. I mean, they were ahead and they came back. toward the end to win the ball game, which really surprised me. Topeka hasn't won any league games or anything, and they're playing against the defending champs. So I think we'll see what's happening, and I don't know what does Salina do tonight.
It's a 3-point game still. They're leading late in that game in the fourth quarter. And Coach, this is a game. These are the games that you're going to face them, throughout the year that are easy to either let get away or let slide away or whatever. Omaha believed they should win this game, but let's just be honest. Yep. When they looked at it, doesn't mean you will. So that's two different things, and they took care of business here tonight. They're in a good spot now.
Yeah, so, I'm Coach Kaiser. I'm looking at this game, and I'm looking at strategy. I'm looking at things. I'm saying, hey, you know what, guys? We played a good football team. We had the ball inside the 10-yard line 3 times, and of course we're going to score. But, you take those 3 things away because they gave it to us because of the lack of kicking or whatever it was. This is something Kaiser's got to go, all right, guys, that was a tougher game than the score prevails, right?
Yeah, there's 21 points that, like you said, were...
And it looks like they might have found something, Gillette, they might have found something at that quarterback spot, and they got some coaching over. They've done some good jobs. You can see fundamentally they're a good football team. But they're going to be able to go find some guys, and that's going to be a tough team down the road.
I think this is a team that you're kind of thankful that you look, and they're not on the schedule again during the regular season.
Yeah, you're going to see this team in the playoffs.
Well, they're going to make the playoffs, right? Where they end up against Omaha, I guess, is down to fate.
And they're going into it. This is a good thing. I'm talking from a Gillette standpoint. They're going into it with really 2 good quarterbacks. I mean, and hopefully they find a kicker. And then that team
trade a quarterback for a kicker.
You could. I mean, I don't know how they structure the roster, right? But certainly that's something. But from the Omaha standpoint, that's what Coach Kaiser's got to do. He's got to say, because they're good. Omaha's the best football team in the league right now. From what I've seen, little that I've seen. I've seen Salina play a little bit. I watched Sioux City a little bit, and they beat a team that beat Sioux City tonight, and it looks like Salina's having trouble with a Billings team that Omaha smashed a couple weeks ago. So, in my opinion, Omaha's front runner.
Right, and a team that Gillette smashed.
Right. Yeah. Well, we're going to find out another piece of that puzzle next week as Omaha travels down to Salina, which is traditionally a tough game when those 2 teams play. As you said, maybe the teams are in slightly different places this year, but it really doesn't matter when you kick it off. There's no love lost between the 2 of them.
Right.
And again, it's another one of those games that they're only going to see each other one time, so playoff implications, it's a big game, and, if Omaha thinks they should win that game, they got to go on the road and do it.
Yeah, and certainly Coach O'Neill and Salina, they'll be definitely ready for Omaha, and that place is hard to play in that Pizza Center. It's a tough place to play, and he'll whatever their malfunction is right now, it sounds like they might have a little bit of a malfunction. He'll get that straightened out.
There's no doubt about that. This one is final. It's a good night if you're an Omaha Beef fan. Join them. I'm sure they will be happy tonight at Therapy Bar and Grill. It's on 108th Street between L and Q. Go check them out, and then join us on Monday night. We'll recap this and look ahead. And that's the Coach's Show at the Firewater Bar and Grill. It's attached to the Comfort Inn and Suites at 70th and Grover, or listen to us on Bluffs Country, our sister station of the Boomer Sports Network. A week from tonight, Salina, Kansas, Omaha Beef, and the Liberty. Everybody's going to be giving them the best shots now. You know that.
Right.
Omaha's been the Champions Bowl 2 straight years, and won it 2 years ago, and the last undefeated team in the league. Should be another good one. 6:35 kickoff from Salina. We will be on the air at 6:15. For Nick Burris back in network control, for Richard Tiemann for pregame, postgame, and analysis, Kirk Heyer, James Kerwin, I'm Todd Walkenhorst. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We hope to see you either this weekend at the Coach's Show or next week here on the Boomer Sports Network.
On the count of 3, I need you to please ring your bells for me. Tell the whole world what you come to see. 1, 2, 3.
Omaha Beef, professional indoor football on the Boomer Sports Network was brought to you by Amanda Spencer State Farm, All-American Insurance, The Amazing Pizza Machine, Anybody Supplements, B. Douglas Construction, Beyond Golf, Bright Eyes, Bright Minds, Carps Exteriors, Complete Fitness, Crown Property Management, DBS, Dean Snyder Construction, DG3 Construction, El Caribe, Eternal Tattoo, Evans Custom Apparel, Fazoli's, GBR, Guardian Windows, Home Matters Construction, Horse Horsepower Realty, Hyde Slides, IAMS, Jerseys, JT Auto Body, Kelly Engineering, Last Time Exteriors, Lifestyles, Midwest Board Walls, Midwest Quality Insulation, Midwest Title Company, Mike Jansen Custom Decks, the Nebraska Apartment Association, OCB Plumbing, OK Omaha Real Estate, Quality Fence, R Mechanical, C The Trainer, South O Roofing, T's Auto and Truck Sales, TO5 Bollywood, The Bullet Hole, The Garage Company, The Pit Barbecue Lounge, Titanium, Tracy's Collision Center, Treat Electric, Universal Bank and Trust, and Universal Trucks.
Beef.